Located in the heart of Loudoun County's wine country, is your new go-to weekend destination from the city. This family-owned and operated tasting room, event space, and Airbnb is the perfect escape from busy life. Serving wines made in the beautiful Shenandoah Valley, Firefly has a selection that'll meet the needs of all wine lovers. Can't get there this weekend? No problem. Firefly wines are available in the Capital One Arena Suites. Visit fireflycellars.com for more information.
Hokie Hotspur and others, Uncle Weeze is back with us. I know you're ready. It's the Wizards and Toronto Raptors. Look, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet combined for 27 points on Thursday night. They're looking to do better. The Wizards are looking to win 2 in a row against the Raptors. The starting lineup's next on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want straight talk, the facts about Orgovix.
Orgovix Relagolix 120 milligram prescription tablets is a treatment for adults with advanced prostate cancer. Fact: Orgovix is a different kind of androgen deprivation therapy treatment, a pill, not an injection. Orgovix may cause serious side effects, including a heart condition called QT prolongation. Tell your doctor right away if you feel dizzy, faint, have a racing or pounding heart, or chest pain. Orgovix can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during treatment and for 2 weeks after Orgovix treatment. The most common side effects include hot flushes, increased blood sugar and blood fat levels, muscle and joint pain, decreased blood hemoglobin levels, increased liver enzymes, tiredness, constipation, and diarrhea. Other side effects include weight gain, decreased sex drive, and erectile function problems. Orgovix may cause infertility. Talk to your doctor if infertility is a concern for you.
Go with Orgovix. Ask your doctor. For more facts, visit gowiththefacts.com.
For everything your business needs to make this year your year, Staples has you covered.
I need to organize all my papers and files from last year and the year before that.
Staples has you covered.
I need to clear clutter from my office and my home office and my home.
Staples has you covered with everything you need to get organized this year at amazing savings. Right now at Staples, get up to 50% off select file folders, file cabinets, file boxes, and storage bins. Make this year your year at Staples, the working and learning store. Ends 1/28 in store only.
Do you want to reclaim your smile, but maybe you are embarrassed? This is Dave Johnson, and there's no need to be with Columbia Center for Implants and Periodontics. You see, there, it's about people, not just procedures. Like Dr. Kayla Torres, a patient once described her as personal, pleasant, helpful, and factual. Yeah, you see, Dr. Torres and her colleagues are gentle and caring. High-tech smiles delivered with care. State-of-the-art technology, honest affordability. Columbia Center for Implants and Periodontics. Here we go, gang. The 31 and 33 Toronto Raptors of Nick Nurse have Fred VanVleet, Brownie Yvar into that backcourt. Jakob Poeltl in the middle, and Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby round out the starting five. Wes Unseld Jr.'s Washington Wizards 30 and 32. DeLon Wright, Bradley Beal the backcourt. Daniel Gaffer, Kristaps Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma round out the starting five. Bill Kennedy, Rodney Mudd, and Danica Mosher, are referees. Tip off is next on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Wizards fans, let the bets begin with the greatest sportsbook of all time, Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today, register, deposit, and bet on your Wizards or whoever else you like right from the palm of your hand. Or get your bets down at the Sportsbook at Capital One Arena. Must be 18 or older to gamble in D.C., 21 or older in Virginia. Gambling problem? D.C., call 1-800-522-4700. Virginia, call, text, or chat 1-888-532-3500. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Wizards. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Are you ready for it?
Here we go. Capital One Arena, the Toronto Raptors in white tonight with the red arrow, if you will, across the front of the jerseys. Red numbers, the Wizards in the blue. Red numbers, the white trim, it says district across the chest for the Washington Wizards. You believe the Wizards need to turn the Raptors over more tonight to have success?
You know, the last game, which was 2 days ago, they both had 14 turnovers. I think the Wizards got to win that battle, you know, limiting their turnovers. And the other thing they got to do is keep Poeltl out of the paint, push him out, get physical with him.
Well, Poeltl wins the tip, but we're going to blow the whistle. 1 second in, and we're going to do it again. So already we're not off to a fast start. They're going to re-jump it. Porzingis against Poeltl.
I think you should go down there. You should go down there and toss it.
Well, and I don't think they probably realize there's no way Poeltl should have won that. We have to re-jump it. Porzingis wins the tip. Kuzma at the edge of the circle. Left of the lane, Bradley Beal down to the baseline left, chased by Ananobi, top of the arc. Porzingis hands off to Beal. Beal right elbow, into the right corner, DeLon Wright, 7 on the clock. Right at the top of the Porzingis. Left elbow, he drives, going to the basket, flips up the shot and scores. On the right side, he weaved from the left elbow to the basket. 2-0 Kristaps Porzingis. A silky smooth move.
It was smooth, and he exploited the fact that Anunoby went for the gamble.
Hurdle left to the top of the working left to right. The Raptors. Left corner, Anunoby for 3. That's off the rim. Rebound underneath Barnes. He tries to reverse. And instead, the reverse ends up out of his hands into Kuzma's hands. Alon right now, hash mark on the right wing. 2-0 Wizards. Right of the center circle on the dribble with the left hand. Left wing, Porzingis for 3. It's there. KB for 3. DeLon Wright, who had 11 assists on Thursday, has his first of this proceeding. Top of the arc, Pirtle. Left wing now, Anunoby. Top of the key, foul line. Right wing, Van Vliet. Back up front, driving. Anunoby to the basket. Flips of the shot. Pardon me, Siakam flips of the shot. No. And the air ball caught by Kuzma. And then Siakam fouls him at midcourt.
Boy,
Frustration.
I really like that defensive segment, Dave. The big guys, Gaff and Porzingis, were right there in the paint to help shut it down.
Well, and that's what Porzingis talked about in our pregame. If you caught that, is the Wizards' twin towers. DeLon right edge of the circle, Porzingis. Hands off the Beal. Hash mark left wing, Porzingis. Left block, backs in, turns, bank and score. 10-footer left side of the lane, a 7-0 Porzingis run. Well, the Kuzma had a 10-0 run to start the game last time. This time it's Porzingis. Van Vliet edge of the circle. Out front, Van Vliet lob to Scotty Barnes, left the lane. Guarded by DeLon Wright, backs in. Right poking at him, backs in left block, and then Wright slaps it away. His first steal, Kuzma ropes it up to DeLon Wright. Wright, who had the steal. Right at the top of the hands off Porzingis, gliding to the basket, knocked loose by Pirtle, and Van Vliet gets the ball. Center circle for the Raptors. Right elbow to the basket, bank, no foul, slam, Siakam. Siakam gets the Raptors on the board, 7-2 Wizards. 9:48 to go, first quarter of play here at Capital One Arena. Bradley Beal at the hash mark on the right wing. Back up front, Daniel Gafford at the point between the circles. Gafford to Porzingis, top of the key. Porzingis started by Pirtle. Back to Kuzma, hash mark right wing. Left-handed dribble, left elbow, jab, set page, left lane, shoots, that's off the rim. Van Vliet gets a long rebound. Van Vliet stirring up court. Fred Van Vliet, crossover. Down to the right block, bounce pass, cutting Pirtle. Denied by Gafford in the restricted arc, and he lost the ball. DeLon Wright gets the ball as Pirtle spun into Daniel Gafford and just lost the ball.
It wasn't even a deflection.
DeLon Wright, foul line. He went the lob for Gafford, too much lob. It goes out of play. Gafford defended by just being Daniel Gafford, and that's, you put a 7-footer in the right spot in the lane, it causes a problem.
Well, you take away space and, you show yourself and make yourself big. Exactly what he did.
Left the lane, Scotty Barnes is back to DeLon Wright, backs in, turns to his left, shoots, and scores. Left the lane, 7-4, Wizards on top, 8:50 to go here, first quarter of play.
You got to believe Toronto's going to try to isolate DeLon Wright. Scotty Barnes has a little height advantage on DeLon.
DeLon bounce pass to Bradley Beal, left wing outside the arc, working right to left. Now right wing DeLon Wright, ball fake, started by Van Vliet. Right sideline on the dribble, 8-second shot clock, circles out front, Beal. Right of lane, 15-footer off a Porzingis screen, and I think it might be Anunoby fouling Porzingis.
Sold it.
Well, how often does Porzingis draw that type of foul?
He does a great job setting that screen, and when he draws contact, he turns into James Harden a little bit.
And you notice a guy 7-3 falling backwards. Right sideline, Bradley Beal. Bounce pass to Kuzma. It's broken up by Pirtle. Pirtle is steal. Pirtle stepped in front of Kuzma. Up court now. Right elbow Siakam. Lob to Barnes. Back to Siakam. Top of the strict arc. Flips of the shot and scores.
It's 2 quick turnovers. They've hurt the Wizards.
And a 6-0 run for the Raptors. As a result, they lead. The Wizards lead 7-6. But those 2 quick turnovers so critical.
Ouch, ouch.
Right wing Beal, top of the arc now. Daniel Gafford, couple dribbles. Right wing Beal. Beal drives on Anunoby, gets on the strict arc. Over the shoulder, reverse layup. No. Oh, got right there, just came off the rim. Left to right, the Raptors scurry up court. Van Vliet behind the Barnes. Barnes left elbow spins away from right, slam. And the Raptors have their first lead. It's an 8-0 run by the Raptors, 8-7. Raptors on top, 7:47 to go. Scotty Barnes just left the lawn right at the bus stop.
This is the adjustment game, and this is the advantage that the Raptors think they have offensively.
Right elbow, left wing Kuzma. He drives, gets under the basket, draws a foul on Jakob Poeltl. Again, I like Kyle Kuzma, as we often talk about, in attack mode. He gets going downhill. He becomes a big problem.
What's got to happen now is when they isolate and clear out for Scotty Barnes, you almost got to go with your frontline guys, which is in this case is Gafford and Porzingis. Those guys got to come help early, very early, as soon as he catches it. Make him a passer.
Kyle Kuzma at the free throw line, 8-7, as the Raptors were on an 8-0 run. And now that is stopped as the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma scores to tie it at 8. Again, these teams started the day with the same winning percentage, 48%. Raptors in 9th place. They have a better conference record. That's the Wizards. That's a problem because, again, the Bulls have the better conference record, and they're behind the Wizards. 9-8. Kyle Kuzma makes both free throws. Working left to right, Scotty Barnes. Through the center circle with a Washington Wizards logo. Right wing outside the arc, Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl, lob, Anunoby, right of restrict arc to Poeltl in the lane. Cuts the basket, missed the layup. Porzingis the rebound. That's again the presence of Porzingis and Gafford down low. DeLon right, top of the arc. Right wing Porzingis. Porzingis to DeLon. Baseline right. Gets under basket, over the shoulder, reverse layup, scores! Right half, left side. DeLon right makes it 11-8 Wizards. Right wing outside the arc. Anunoby off a Poeltl screen. That's no good. Boy, Poeltl set that screen. Had all the time in the world, but not the shot. Kuzma drives and lost the dribble, and as he goes into Poeltl, he commits an offensive foul.
You know, that screen you were just mentioning, Dave, that Poeltl said, that wasn't a screen, it was a building.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Daniel Gafford, it looked like a quarterback being protected. All right, my friends, Kyle Kuzma just picked up a foul. The Wizards on top of the Raptors, 11-8, but oh boy, it's good to have Julie Mazer on board. Recovering from the before and after, working on a house out in LA, I believe. Rob's doing lots of multitasking today. Hokies women's basketball. Q is with us again. Uncle Weiss, it's so good to have you back. Nats bandwagon, Matt, Ronnie, and others, as we appreciate Joe Martucci, David Gaines. It's a busy Saturday, and we're glad you've made time for us on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
The last thing you need to deal with in your home, uninvited pests. Call Pest Management Services Incorporated, the official pest control company of Capital One Arena. This family-owned and operated company is always defending stadiums, arenas, and homes from pests that include spiders, ants, mosquitoes, bedbugs, termites, rodents, mold, and our COVID disinfectant spray. While the Wizards cover the spread, let us stop pests dead. Call us today at 703-723-2899. Or for a free inspection, go to mypmsi.com.
Data security threats are reaching unprecedented levels, targeting private sector, government agencies, and individuals. At ID Technologies, a CACI company, we've applied our 20-plus years of experience to develop the Archon Solution Suite, empowering your remote teams to work securely from wherever they are, keeping your mission-critical data safe every step of the way. NSA CSFC compliant, quickly deployed, factory-ready at enterprise scale. Visit idtech.com. Brought to you by ID Technologies, a CACI company, along with Dell Technologies. Innovation fueled by experience.
So Johnson reminds me the Capitals are playing today. DC United, a lot is going on. UFC as well, so you can multitask with us. And Ronnie, you're right. It is like a mini playoff series. And I think both the teams are approaching it with that kind of gravity because the Wizards and Toronto Raptors are, well, you can't get much more similar situations these two teams are facing.
Yep, and there's a logjam in that play-in space in the Eastern Conference. These games are critical. Thought it was a pivotal win against Atlanta, pivotal win against Toronto, and boy, I'd like to see your magic trick coming up here as you call this game and then DC United. Let's see what happens there. Now, let me tell you something. If someone turns the radio on and you're there, then I'm done. I've had it with you.
Well, if I turn the radio on and I'm there, then I'm in a lot of trouble as well. But no, not going to be doing DC United. We've got the Wizards this afternoon for you as Matt in Northern
Harry Houdini over here.
Yeah, Matt's listening in Northern California. Matt, I know you've been. We just wish you the best and hope you're feeling as best as possible. You deserve it. Great meeting in Sacramento, by the way, which I believe was when they won that game in Sacramento against the Kings. I thought, you know what? This team's going to do something. And Matt was at that game. It was a big game. Dana, Oklahoma City. We are in Washington as the Raptors with the ball. Van Vliet left the circle. Wizards lead 11-8. Van Vliet left the foul line. Hurdle ball, fake drive, bank and score. Got around Porzingis. Nice ball fake. 11-10. Again, the Raptors believe Jakob Poeltl a big trade deadline pickup.
One of the best pickups in at trade deadline in the whole NBA.
Beal right of the circle, cuts to his right, guarded by Van Vliet. Right blocked off 1 foot. His runner, bank and score. Bradley Beal kisses the glass. His first two, 13-10 Wizards. Denny Avdia, by the way, is out there for the Wizards right now. Van Vliet off a Poeltl screen, gets the foul line under the basket. Siakam, and he's fouled by Avdia from behind. That's not a good thing when Siakam catches it under the basket if you're a Wizards fan.
I can't emphasize enough how well Bradley Beal has played over the last, I would say, month since he came back from that injury. He doesn't force shots, Dave. He takes what's given. On that drive, he turned the corner on Van Vliet and saw Poeltl there, and he threw up a little soft shot versus going right into him and maybe getting a charge.
Siakam does make the free throw. 13-11 is our score. The Wizards on top of the Raptors. 6:09 left. Again, the Wizards win. $2 Big Mac tomorrow. You probably could tell me that on the McDonald's app, but I need to remind you. Hope you had maybe your Big Mac today. Or yesterday, I guess it would have been Thursday. The Wizards won 13-12 to score. DeLon Wright, left double, Beal. Beal on the dribble, left wing, rocking the cradle, left block, guarded by Anunoby. Beal goes to Anunoby in the paint, right wing outside the arc, Avdia for three, and it wedges in between the rim and the glass. So it'll be a jump ball center court. Did you ever used to try to do that at the court?
I never tried to do it, but it happened.
Yeah, but
and I tell you what,
it's not that easy.
You know what? Honestly, that's when I knew my career was over. I was out with my boys, and someone took a shot, it stuck, and I couldn't get it. I had to get like a stick to pop it up.
That's the career's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Porzingis won the tip. Beal, right elbow, right block, gets under the basket, left wing right, top of the arc. Porzingis for three. It's there. Oh, didn't need a stick for that one. Game behind 10 for Porzingis. He has 10 and the Wizards 16 points. They lead 16-12.
Well, I really like his rhythm.
And then Porzingis steals away from Poeltl. Foul line, going to the basket, bank, and he's pushed down and fouled. He missed the shot. But how about Porzingis and now Avdia Kispert Beal running to help him up, and he got up on his own.
Well, you're not going to hear from me that often that a 7'3" guy look like a guard offensively and defensively. Dave, he stepped into passing lanes with his offhand, deflected that ball, went down, full speed, got the defense on his back, and got fouled. That's just like what guards do.
16-12 Wizards, and Porzingis makes the free throw 17-12. As Poeltl just picked up his second foul, Precious Achiuwa comes in. I have to believe that Poeltl probably did not expect that. Expect that his man, Kristaps Porzingis, was going to jump in front of the passing lane, essentially at the edge of the center circle. 18-12, Wizards on top. Porzingis has as many points as the Toronto Raptors. Jonathan Morris tells us he's got 12. So do the Raptors. Gary Trent has come in, hands off to Van Vliet. Achiuwa sets the screen. Van Vliet off the screen, bounce pass. Achiuwa going to the basket. Blocked by Porzingis, comes out to Van Vliet, top of the arc. Porzingis defends the rim, 7 on the clock. Van Vliet going at Avdia, crossover, gets in the lane, shoots off the back of the iron. No, Porzingis tips the rebound to Avdia. After great defense by Avdia. Avdia to Beal, left wing outside the arc, almost picked off by Anunoby. Beal, top of the arc, so cutting Avdia is not paying attention. In transition, Siakam gets the steal. Left wing, Gary Trent for three, got it. 18-15, and the Raptors cut the lead in half.
They're cutting it in half. That's 9 points off of 4 turnovers, and that's been an issue so far. You got to watch that.
On that previous turnover, Avdia just wasn't looking. They've done so many good things. Not that time. Beal, right wing outside the arc, or there was miscommunication. Beal, got it by Achiuwa. Couple jab steps, double team feeds on the basket. Avdia slipped out his hands, and coming up with it, Achiuwa. Top of the arc, Siakam. Right corner, Anunoby for three. Off the back of the iron, Avdia the rebound. 18-15 Wizards, 4:10 to go, first quarter. DeLon right at the point, hands off to Porzingis. Porzingis will give to Bradley Beal. Beal, guarded by Van Vliet, bounce pass to Porzingis. He spins, fell down, no foul as he just spun around Gary Trent and fell down. Another turnover, Siakam. Anunoby slapped away by Beal. Anunoby gets it back under the basket, bank and score. And the Raptors within 18-17, and certainly those turnovers are helping. 6 Wizards turnovers have led to 11 of the Raptors' 17 points.
What do we talk about at the beginning of the game, Dave? And the Raptors only have 2 turnovers, and the Wizards only scored 2 points off those turnovers. That's got to flip, and that's got to change. And I got to be honest, the turnovers that the Wizards are throwing, they're not forced. I mean, they're just careless passing.
All right, 18-17. The Wizards are on top, but they've hit a rocky patch here in the first quarter. And Dana, did I read that right? You're in Oklahoma City? You're usually all over the country. You're home and you're listening to us. We appreciate it on the Odyssey app. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Burke's Foods, the official hot dog of your Washington Wizards, has been making premium quality Frank's sausages and deli specialties for over 88 years. Burke's hot dogs feature nothing but the finest ingredients. 100% premium cuts of beef and pork, the perfect blend of seasoning and spices, and absolutely no fillers. When you eat a Burke's dog, you're eating the best. Burke's Foods is proud to be the official hot dog of the Washington Wizards. Find us at giant food stores. Visit us at burksfoods.com. Burke's Foods, the best in the business.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Hey, radio is made for multitasking. Jonathan Steele's got the Maryland Terrapins women on as they're in the Big Ten tournament. Keep us posted on what you're doing along with Wizards basketball. And reminder, at MedStar, the decisions made off the court matter too. At MedStar Health, we're proud the Wizards and their fans choose us for their medical care. That is the power of trust. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people. And at halftime, I'll be visiting with Dr. Scott Epstein as it is Mental Health Awareness Night. It is also Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Night, as I'm wearing the orange tie. That's orange for Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month, which is March. And it is our determination to beat MS. Wizards determined to beat the Raptors. 18-17, Wizards on top. But those turnovers.
Turnovers are really hurting them. They're unforced turnovers, but if you take a look at the field goal attempts, 18-11 in favor of the Raptors because of those turnovers. This is how they want to play. This is what they like to do. And even though the Raptors are shooting 38% and the Wizards shooting 54%, we got almost a tie game here.
Senator Kraken says good timeouts by Wes Unseld because too many lost possessions in this first quarter. Jordan Goodwin, edge of the circle, guarded by Van Vliet. Now left the top, Porzingis hands off Beal, left block to the basket, bank and score. Chasing it was a chew-up. He lost the chase. 2017 Wizards. 3:29 to go, first quarter of play. Great play out of a timeout. Left the circle, Van Vliet. Ashmark in the left wing, guarded by Goodwin. Left the top, Siakam, guarded by Abdia. Siakam holding onto the ball. Hands off to Van Vliet. 7 o'clock. Van Vliet pulls back edge of the circle. On the Siakam screen, Van Vliet for 3.
Moving.
And, this is a moving screen on Siakam. That's going to be the second on Siakam. Faisal Sansa believes the Raptors game plan, load up on Beal at all costs and eat off turnovers. That's, of course, they've been focusing a lot on Bradley Beal, the Toronto Raptors.
Well, I like what I'm seeing with Porzingis this game. He's opening up the whole floor. I'd like to see Kuz is not in the game right now, but I'd like to see him get up some more shots. He only has 1 field goal attempt.
2017 after scoring the first 10 points on Thursday. Goodwin, right wing outside the arc for the Wizards, working right to left, guarded by Anunoby. And Porzingis right of the circle. Porzingis, hash mark right wing. Anunoby's on him now, 10 on the clock. Porzingis back in the center circle. Goodwin, 7 on the clock. Goodwin skips a right elbow, guarded by Anunoby. He shoots from the wing and one. My goodness, he hits an 18-footer and he's fouled by Anunoby. Off 1 foot and fading away, and Anunoby gets a second foul. And Jordan Goodwin makes it 22-17.
Was that a tough shot? Because, Dave, that was well defended. Anunoby beat him to the spot. And as soon as he beat him to the spot and drew that contact, Goody stepped back and nailed the shot and drew the foul. Tremendously tough shot.
Jordan Goodwin, 23-17, he makes it. Wow, what a story he's been this season for the Wizards.
Love it.
2:48 to go in the first. Van Vliet crosses on the right side. Capital One Arena logo. Now front now presses Achua. Van Vliet, hash mark on the right wing of a Achua screen. He pulls up 15-footer switch. The first two by Fred Van Vliet, 23-19. Again, Van Vliet just coming back to play. Beal on the right sideline. It's only his third game since the All-Star break. Beal, after the birth of a child, drives baseline, feeding the lane, intercepted. Another turnover. Achua the interception. Comes to the right side. The Wizards do get back, but that's the seventh Wizard turnover. Gary Trent, right wing, too many, my friends, in the first quarter. Van Vliet, left double driving, gets in the restrictor, throws back out front. Gary Trent for three, scores. Wow. Second three for Gary Trent makes it a 1-point game, 23-22. Van Vliet literally got in the restricted arc and kicked it back out front.
Tremendous pass. Great court awareness.
Center circle, Beal, guarded by Anunoby. Again, Anunoby and Siakam have two fouls. Beal, crossover, dribble now on the dribble with the right hand. 7 on the clock. Beal going at Boucher. Right elbow, couple jab steps, leans in, and we have a foul on Boucher. He just couldn't shed Boucher, but he drew the foul on Boucher. That'll be the 15th foul on the Raptors. So the Wizards, despite giving up 14 turnovers, I had them for 7, but I guess it's only 6. 14 of the Raptors, 22 points off turnovers, but despite that, the Wizards lead.
Yep. Well, they've been more efficient from the field. Just got to really take care of the
basketball.
Well, and you know what? It's not like the Raptors are throwing some type of different defense on them. You know, the passing has been, they're throwing a lot of soft passes that are like beach ball passes that are getting picked off.
Hey, Sylvester Gaskin, along with Felicia and Zeus, checking in. Sync with the TV. Felicia is working on her, thesis. Talk about multitasking. Jenny's checking in on a Saturday. You
ever write a thesis?
I started, but
can't even spell it.
Couldn't get past the first paragraph. 25-22. Wizards on top. Both free throws made by Beal. A minute 37 to go. Left the circle, Chris Boucher. Hands off to Van Vliet. Right wing, Gary Trent. Trent goes at Kispert. His runner. Oh, just outside the figure. No, Achua grabs it, flips it up. No. Rebound, volleyballs to Kispert. Wow. A couple close shots there, but the Raptors post doesn't count. Bradley Beal. Capital One Arena logo on the right side. Upper Gafford screen. Driving. Right block. Jump stop under the basket. Left wing. Avdia. Out front Kispert. Kispert. Left double. Under the basket. Gafford. A low pass. That pass was at Gafford's ankles, and that is definitely the 7th Wizard turnover. All right. 25-22. Wizards, despite those 8 turnovers, lead by 3. Kyle Kuzma checks in for the final minute 6 of this first quarter. Scotty Barnes through the center circle for the Raptors, guarded by Avdia. Barnes bounce pass to Van Vliet, hash mark left wing. Achua setting the screen. Van Vliet cuts his left. Gordon Goodwin stays with him. Baseline left Barnes. Barnes backs in left block. Head fake turn, shoots over Kispert, scores. It's a swish, and the Raptors within 1, 25-24. Scotty Barnes has 6. 43 seconds left first quarter. Gafford edge of the circle. Hands off to Kuzma. Kuzma out front, guarded by Precious Achua. Crossover, shoots a 3. Oh, it's there.
There you go.
Oh, it made that look so easy. 28-24 Wizards. 34 seconds left first quarter. Van Vliet through the center circle. Goodwin poking at him. Van Vliet going at Goodwin, and Goodwin a foul. Too much poke. Well, that's only going to be the first and last 2 minutes on the Wizards.
See, Dave, I like what Wes Unseld has done here. He's got now he's got Jordan Goodwin on Van Vliet, and he's stuck on him. I mean, he's going to live on him.
Stuck is the word. And Barnes left side laying down the ball to Achua. 16 on the clock. Right wing Van Vliet. Goodwin on him. Now Gafford on the help defense. Van Vliet under the basket. Boucher over the shoulder. Puts into the basket, and he's fouled by Avdia. Avdia gets his second. So the Wizards lead 28-26 with Chris Boucher going to the free throw line.
Boy, is he long and agile. not a lot of weight on his body. He kind of looks like 6 o'clock, doesn't he?
Can't miss him also with the lime green shoes. Free throw missed. He's 6'9", 200, Jonathan Morris tells us. Wow.
It's only on Saturdays.
Left the circle, Goodwin. 13 seconds left. Here in the first quarter, shot clock off. Goodwin just on the dribble, left the circle, 7 seconds. Gafford sets a screen. Goodwin goes to the left wing, inside the arc for two, scores. 30-26. Boy, Goodwin's made some tough shots. Van Vliet mid-court launches the shot off the back of the iron.
Close.
Off the back of the iron, that had potential, but only potential.
Boy, I just love when Jordan Goodwin shows that he can shoot and shows that he can score, where he really made a statement early in the NBA that he's a defensive player. Well, guess what? He's more than that.
30-26 Wizards on top. Hey, Michael Barnes on the way home from a long day at the post office. He's got us on XM, and thank you and all the postal workers for all you do. As you think about it, we rely on them so much, and we thank you. Tracy's with us, Willis Streets, and more. Wizards lead after one. We got playoff basketball in March, basically. 30-26 Wizards. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and member FDIC.
You'd do anything for your pet. PetSmart can help. We make it easy to score food, treats, toys, collars, beds, and more. Whether you're on Team Dog, Team Cat, or even Team Reptile, Fish, or Small Pet, you can get what they need at PetSmart quickly and conveniently. Shop 1,600 stores, PetSmart.com, or the PetSmart app, and use Afterpay to shop now, pay later, and 4 interest-free installments. PetSmart. Anything for your pets. Afterpay terms and conditions apply. Visit PetSmart.com for details.
The season is here, and so is your chance to experience all the thrilling Wizards basketball live and in the stands. As the official marketplace of the NBA, Ticketmaster has got you covered with the largest selection of seats of any ticketing marketplace. Don't miss any of the action. Grab your seats now at Ticketmaster.com/Wizards. We are brought to you by Capital One, offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. What's in your wallet? And Martin's is the official potato roll of Capital One Arena. Learn more about their sweet new products at potatorolls.com. And we really do appreciate it if you patronize and support the folks that support us with Wizards basketball on the radio. All right, 30-26. Wizards on top of the Raptors. It really is incredible when you think about it, Glenn. You often don't have a lead after 8 turnovers in the quarter.
And more than half of your points, more than half of the Raptors' points are coming off turnovers. That's rare.
Raptors ball working left to right. Will Barton is in. Former Wizard. Left wing Gary Trent bounce pass under the basket. Weaving under Achua, bank and score. Achua lost control for a moment, but gathered himself. Makes it 30-28. 11:39 to go. Second quarter. Kuzma on the right sideline to Goodwin. At the hash mark on the right wing, Goodwin. Now top of the arc, Kendrick Nunn. Bounce pass to Gafford. Foul line. He drives, spins, guarded by Achua. Force up the shot, back and score. And it wasn't easy. 32-28. First of all, I think Gafford was surprised about the pass, and then he drove.
I thought he got fouled too. That's his first bucket of the game.
Right elbow, Scotty Barnes shoots. That's no good. Goodwin climbs, gets a rebound, slapped away by Boucher, who comes up with it for the Raptors. At the point, Will Barton. Barton for 3. Got it. All right, we're back to a 1-point game. We've been following this pattern. 32-31 Wizards, 10:56 to go in the second quarter. Gafford edges circle. A couple dribbles. Left wing now, Kendrick Nunn. Nunn. Couple dribbles. Down to the baseline left. Bounce pass under the basket. Intended for Gafford. Barton steals it. Ambitious there. Up court now, Scotty Barnes. Barnes left at the top of the key for Barton. Left lane back to Barnes. Barnes left open for a moment of the foul line. It's in and out. They got lucky there. Kendrick Nunn through the center circle for the Wizards. Nunn. Little shimmy shake poke loose by Will Barton. And goes out of play on the sideline. Almost hit a person serving a couple drinks and popcorn. Nothing spilled in the front row.
She didn't even notice, I don't think. 32-31.
Doing her job.
Ignorance is bliss sometimes. And when I mean ignorant, you just don't even know what's going on around you. Gafford drives the basket bank, no. And a foul by Chris Boucher. Again, that it's just showing the growth of Daniel Gafford. His economy and movement, I believe, on that drive as he turned, and he really forced Boucher into a foul.
And his offensive game, and I'm not talking about just putback dunks, which he does very well, offensive rebounds, but his post-up game has improved. His footwork has improved. His strength has improved.
And he makes the free throw, 33-31. Wizards on top of the Raptors. This is our March Madness as the Wizards in the play-in right now. Will they move up? Where will they be? Do they have a chance at one of the top 6 spots? Gafford, second free throw, no good. Long rebound comes to Will Barton. We know they have a chance. Is it going to happen? And they'll be. Barnes left wing. Feeds in the lane. Achua chased out of the paint by Gafford. Achua left wing outside the arc. Guarded by Kispert. Achua on the dribble. Backs down Kispert. Then knocked loose by Kendrick Knight. Achua gets it back. Bank and score. Well, Achua recovered nicely after losing the ball for a moment. We're tied at 33. 9:58 to go, second quarter. Kendrick Nunn feeds to Cuddy Gafford. Right block over Barton. That's no good. Rebound ricochets out to Boucher. Boucher now. Foul line knocks down Goodwin. No call. Flips up the shot and scores. And the Raptors take the lead 35-33. 9:41 to go, second quarter of play. Right in the center circle now. Kendrick Nunn on the dribble with the left hand. Nunn to his right. Back to his left. Foul line drive into the basket, and I think it went up his thigh.
It is becoming
turnover.
Very difficult to sustain any type of continuity on offense. As well as they played at times, the turnovers are interrupting their play and flow, and it's allowing Toronto to really, they got a lead now. You wouldn't think it based on how they're shooting.
Right elbow now, Barnes. Right wing Barton in the lane. It's short of the basket. Slapped away by Gafford underneath the basket. Gafford with the steal. 35-33 Raptors. So the Raptors a turnover. Goodwin, top of the arc. Bounce past Gafford to the basket. Oh, two hands! Spring loaded. All 5 points the second quarter belong to Daniel Gafford, and we're tied at 35.
Nice big long step, tomahawk dunk, brought it behind him.
Right wing at the hash mark, Scotty Barnes. Barnes cuts to his right elbow, bounce pass under the basket. Trent, right corner, Boucher for 3 off the rim. Cruz for the rebound. Tied at 35, 8:40 to go, second quarter. Behind the back dribble by Cruz as he comes across midcourt. Right wing now, Jordan Goodwin. Pestered by Will Barton. Goodwin trying to cut to his right now, back to his left. Top of the deep foul line. Pass for Nunn is broken up. Nunn gets it back to Gary Trent. Almost stole it. Now Nunn goes at Trent. Trent knocks it away. Loose ball on the floor, getting at Barnes. Out court to Barton. Now Gary Trent, right wing outside the arc for 3. That rims out. Kiss with the rebound. And then it's deflected by Boucher out of play. But the passes just are not crisp enough in my gut feeling. Glenn, what do you think?
Well, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I mean, Toronto is playing with some great energy on defense, but still, 11 turnovers. Dave, the Wizards, this is a tie game. They're shooting 70% from the floor. 70.
Oh.
It's a tie game, and 75% from 3.
Cruz right of the
It's almost impossible.
Right block, gets under the basket. Reverse layup, flips to the shot, in and out. Gafford rebounds, spins, puts up the shot and scores. And then flexes. No slam. Didn't need to. All 7 second quarter points belong to Daniel Gafford. 37-35 Wizards. Right wing now, Barnes. Into the right corner, Gary Trent for 3. Got it. Third 3 for Gary Trent Jr. 38-37 Raptors. 7:39 to go here in the second quarter. Jordan Goodwin, Capital One Arena logo, under the basket, Kispert, chased out of the paint by Barton, though. Now Kispert comes all the way back out front. Kispert is fouled by Will Barton. He almost lost the dribble. That'll be the second team foul.
See, what needs to change is the aggressiveness, the hands, the ability to step into passing lanes. That's what Toronto's doing. But it's at a different pace in the Wizards right now. That's got to change.
Kuzma right sideline and the ball is guarded by Scotty Barnes. Kuzma to Goodwin, right block. Backs in. Out front, Nunn for 3. It's off the back of the iron. Long rebound. Goodwin gets to the foul line. Left wing, Kispert for 3. Oh, it's there!
and is there. Wizards 40, Raptors 38. Troy Desmond, who just became the other day first Wizard to have at least 100 threes in consecutive seasons. Right wing now, Scotty Barnes. That is special. Barnes down low. Right block, back it in. And back it in was Thaddeus Young. And number 21 for the Raptors is fouled by number 21. Oh, no, pardon me. Defensive 3 seconds is the call.
Here's what's maddening. The Wizards are doing everything right offensively, except they're turning it over. You know, they're shooting at a high percentage. They're shooting 88% from three. They're out-rebounding. They're out-rebounding the Raptors, but the 11 turnovers are enabling the Raptors to hang around.
Keep in mind, the Wizards only had 14 turnovers on Thursday. Free throw is missed for the defensive 3 seconds. The technical foul. So Raptors ball out front now to Young. Left wing Barnes, bounce pass, foul line Young. Back out front Trent. Top of the arc Barton. Step back three by Barton. That's off the back of the arc. Gabbard climbs, gets a rebound. Poked loose by Boucher, but getting loose ball. Goodwin. Right to left, Goodwin is fouled by Gary Trent on the left wing.
Hey, Dave, there's a guy to my left that's got a camera that looks like one of those World War II bazookas. And I just did a double take. I saw a camera that big. What is that?
Well, that is Tony Quinn, who is in the National Soccer Hall of Fame.
Is he?
Who's one of the best sports photographers, and that's why.
Yeah, well,
because
no
that
I don't even think that's a camera.
he's not even taking pictures of basketball. He's taking pictures of Alexandria.
That's right.
So, hey, Joyce Newberry, good to have you. Hey, just hanging on, laying around. That's the way to do it. Your comfy bed, you know, that, believe me. Saturday, no better way to chill than with the Wizards basketball, we believe. Back in a moment on the Voice of Wizards Radio Network.
Shopping for cars is a blast. This one's nice, but realizing they're out of your budget is not. Ooh, mood. That's why CarMax lets you pre-qualify and shop our nationwide inventory by monthly payment, all without impacting your credit score. I could be a hatchback person, because the best way to find a car you love is with a shopping experience you love. Okay, narrowed it down to 50. CarMax, car buying reimagined. See CarMax.com for details.
At CDW, we get your employees need their data to go where they go.
That's why we started tattooing company data right on them.
Ow.
Now they have permanent access.
Ouch. Well, at CDW, we can transform your data center painlessly, on-prem and in the cloud, with a Dell technology solution so your data isn't just available, it's powerful.
Whew. I was about to get these Q4 financials tattooed on my neck.
Close call. For technology that moves you forward, trust Dell Technologies and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Tech.
Right elbow now, Barnes. Right wing, Barton in the lane. It's short to the basket. Slapped away by Gabbard underneath the basket. Gabbard with the steal. 35-33 Raptors. So the Raptors have turnover. Goodwin, top of the arc. Bounce pass Gabbard to the basket. Oh, slide! 2 hands! Spring loaded! And that's our Lightos defensive play of the game. Yeah, Daniel Gabbard putting some energy in the game. It's presented by our good friends at Lightos. Thank you for their support. And Who's Hot, brought to you by Steam Fitters UA Local 602, providing the best in mechanical services and process piping systems. I want to give a shout out to Daniel Gabbard's play with 7 points, all 7 points in the second quarter. 1 point he had the only points by the Wizards in the second quarter. And, you know, Kristaps Porzingis provided that spark at the start of the game that Kyle Kuzma provided Thursday, as Porzingis with 12 points on the afternoon.
Well, you know, clearly the Wizards are doing some positive things offensively, shooting the ball, but defensively, the Raptors have 7 steals that have led to 11 turnovers.
Yeah. Well, again, they average about 9 steals a game to the Toronto Raptors. A game. So it's already a high number. They get about 20 points a game off turnovers, a little more than that. So they are very good on defense. Top of the arc, Porzingis, couple dribbles. Stops the dribble, bounce pass to Bradley Beal. Left wing outside the arc, 10 on the clock. Beal guarded by Anunoby. Beal, foul line, right wing Avdia. Avdia to the right block. He tried to pass it to Beal, deflected, comes out to Goodwin. But Avdia knocked into Anunoby and commits his third foul.
Left his feet.
Left his feet when he made the pass. And An indecision cost him. So third foul on Denny Avdia as Kyle Kuzma will come back in. It's not been a good afternoon for Denny Avdia. Avdia has only been able to play 7 minutes with 2 rebounds, but 3 personal fouls. All right. Hash mark Gary Trent. Back out front, Will Barton. Working left to right, Barton. Bounce pass. Foul line, Thaddeus Young. Bounce pass intended for Trent goes out of play. Trent cut to his left, and the pass was to his right. All right. And that was kind of an unforced error, but forced away because Jordan Goodwin was shadowing Gary Trent. Center circle. DeLon Wright is back in. Wright. Bounce pass to Porzingis. So you have Wright and Goodwin in at the same time. Beal, top of the arc. Porzingis, right block to the basket. Bank and scores as he slithers by Pascal Siakam. His ability to control his body in midair. 42-38.
I like this lineup the Wizards have in.
Siakam bangs with Kuzma. Right wing, Trent. Right corner, Anunoby. Drives baseline. Bounce pass in lane. Stolen by Durant. Still on Wright. Right. Behind him, Goodwin for 3. That's off the rim. Thaddeus Young the rebound. 42-38 Wizards. 5:40 to go, second quarter. Top of the arc, Young, a little jump stop. Hands up behind him to Trent. Trent left, the foul line shoots. That's in and out. Rebound tipped by Kuzma, I believe, to Goodwin. Goodwin left the center circle. Back up front, Porzingis. Top of the arc. Porzingis pivots. Needs to hand it off to Beal. He does. Right block. Goes into Thaddeus Young's chest. Bank and score. Beal attacks and scores. A 7-0 Wizard run. They lead 44-38. 5:12 to go in the second. Right of the circle, Siakam. Siakam, right elbow. Right wing, Gary Trent. Trent feeds right of the foul line. Siakam guarded by Kuzma. Now he's double teamed by Goodwin and Kuzma. Back up front, Barton. 5 on the clock, Barton. On the basket, Anunoby. Bounce pass. Left the restrict arc, Young. He cannot shoot over Porzingis. It came off the rim. Porzingis harassed him. Now DeLon Wright, shimmy shake. Left elbow, drives the basket. He's fouled. DeLon Wright is going to the free throw line. Gary Trent is second. And again, that's Porzingis didn't get a block there, but he just alters the shot. Thaddeus Young, good luck trying to do a jump hook when you can't see the basket. So Gary Trent picks up the foul. 44-38 the score.
Raptors getting some good points from their bench. Gary Trent's got 9. And right now, the Raptors have 20 bench points compared to the Wizards' 80.
45-38 the score. Made the first of DeLon Wright. It is also Mental Health Awareness Night. I hope you're around for a visit of Dr. Stephen Epstein at halftime. Free throw coming for DeLon Wright. All right, 46-38. The Wizards, a 9-0 run by the home team.
Making some plays defensively right now, the Wizards.
All right, Siakam brings it up court for the Raptors. Left the circle. Siakam on the dribble out front. Siakam, top of the arc. Right elbow going to the basket. Right block. Kuzma the foul.
I tell you, Dave, I like this lineup. You know, we'll see if West continues it to end the first half here. But I like the fact that they're going small. They're going Goodwin, Beal, and DeLon Wright. But I think DeLon Wright and Jordan Goodwin pose some problems defensively. I mean, they're going to be poking and probing and mucking it up. And obviously Porzingis is doing it. I want to see Kuz get more involved in this game. Only has 5 points. Only he's taken 3 shots.
Siakam makes a free throw. 46-39 the score. So the lineup you're talking about, as you mentioned, Beal, Wright, and Goodwin.
I like it.
Along with Kuzma and Porzingis. The second free throw by Siakam is good. 46-40. Wizards on top of the Raptors. 4:35 to go here in the second quarter. DeLon Wright now through the center circle. Bounce past Beal. Left double. Left lane rises. 15-footer short. Pirtle catches it. And Bleak back in the game. Gets it up to Siakam. Top of the arc. Siakam pulls back left wing outside the arc. Siakam. Foul line and nicks off the rim. But you heard the whistle. Foul by DeLon Wright.
See, you know, we're watching the ebb and flow of this game, and it seems like Toronto really wants to push it, whether it's a fast break, primary fast break, secondary break. They want to go fast. I think the Wizards need a little bit of that in their game, too. They can get some easy buckets. Don't be afraid to push.
4:17 to go second. Into Pirtle, left of the center circle.
Working left to right, the Raptors. His pass tipped by DeLon Wright, intended for Siakam in the left wing. DeLon Wright somehow gets at least a hand on so many balls that you think, how do you do that? Left sideline, OG Anunoby to inbound the ball for the Raptors.
Also, you have 5 arms.
Left corner, Pirtle, back out front, Siakam, top of the arc, stops the dribble. Left wing, Van Vliet for 3, got it. Fred Van Vliet, his first 3, 46-43, Wizards, 3:59 to go.
Wizards went zone there, and they got exploited.
Center circle now, DeLon Wright. On the dribble, caught by Van Vliet. Wright feeds now. Porzingis, top of the arc. Porzingis, hands off the Beal. Beal holds back in the center circle. Porzingis went down off the ball, but he's back up. 3 on the clock. Beal, foul line. 1 on the clock, top of the key. Shoots off the rim. No. He ends up on the deck. No call. Missed shot. Left the circle. Siakam. Left elbow. Backs in on Beal. Couple pump fakes. Turns. Flips up a shot. He does score. 10 feet on the left side of the lane. And now a 7-0 Raptors run. They're within 1, 46-45. Beal, right of the circle. Porzingis out front. Porzingis, foul line. Pass for Wright is tipped, deflected, and stolen by Siakam. Ahead to Anunoby. Left up into the basket. And Bank can score, but a goaltending by Kuzma. And now the Raptors go up 47-46 on the strength of a 9-0 run.
You know, just when you think, you pull it away a little bit, the turnovers. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Those turnovers really knocking the Wizards back.
13 turnovers for the Wizards. Almost
way too many.
Their number for the entire game on Thursday, 14. Bradley Beal, right sideline, guarded by Van Vliet. Beal has back to Van Vliet, faces him, drives, baseline now double teamed by Pirtle and Van Vliet. Bounce pass on the basket, Cruz back and score. Somehow Beal was able to get that pass as he was double teamed. The Wizards go back up 48-47, 2:40 to go, second quarter of play. Now Pascal Siakam comes up court for the Raptors. Left the circle, left wing Van Vliet. Open look from 3, up the back of the iron. No. Oh, Thaddeus Young rebound, blocked by Porzingis. Young thought he put that. Porzingis, no. Right, left the top of the key. Back to Porzingis, left wing. Top of the arc. It's Bradley Beal. Goes at Pirtle. Right elbow to the basket. Under the basket. Left corner Porzingis. Left wing right. Right wing outside the arc. Kuzma for 3 off the rim. Rebound Beal. Right lane. Shoots. Banks. In and out. Oh, missing looks. Young gets a rebound up to Van Vliet. Right elbow. Young to the basket. Slam. Left hand.
Not getting back. You really got to make sure you get back. This is what they're trying to do. They don't want to let the Wizards defense set. They want to beat it down, and they're doing it.
49-48 Raptors. 1:49 to go. Second quarter play. Bradley Beal, capital one arena logo on the right side. Beal trying to come off a Porzingis screen. Now Beal double team, right wing right elbow Porzingis. Go to the, slam! Slam! A lightning strike with the right hand by Kristaps Porzingis. He has a game by 16, and the Wizards go up 50-49. Now down low, Anunoby out of the basket, feeds in the lane. Thaddeus Young poked loose and stolen by DeLon Wright on the floor. Wills it ahead to Kuzma. Kuzma left elbow driving, bank and score as Kuzma wiggled around Siakam, and the Wizards go up 52-49 with 1:16 to go.
DeLon Wright once again showing he's got 3 steals already in this game, and didn't get an assist there, but I'm giving it to him. I'm giving him that assist. On the floor, he kicked it up to Kuz, who scored.
How about that? 52-49 Wizards on top of the Raptors. We've got a good one going this afternoon. We're so glad you're on board. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Let's take a moment and think about the things you love. It could be stuff like vintage vinyl, stylish sunglasses, or your exotic fish collection. Whatever your passion is, the new Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery gives you a chance to multiply your cash by 5, 10, 25, or even 100 times and enjoy a lot more of the stuff that makes you, you. Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery. If you love it, multiply it. Please play responsibly.
It's always the right time deal.
Hey, want to go to Mickey D's for lunch?
Ooh, let's go now.
But it's not lunchtime yet.
If we're going to McDonald's, it's always the right time.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that.
There's a deal for every lunch hour at McDonald's.
And there's a classic for every craving. Mix and match 2 for just $3.50, like a McChicken, a McDouble, or a hot and spicy McChicken. Price of participation may vary. Single item at regular price. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Really?
We are back in Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. The Wizards on top of the Raptors, 52-49. We only paused. We just paused 10 seconds. Station identification on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
WTEM Washington and WJFK. WTEM Washington and WJFK HD2 Manassas. The Team 980 and Odyssey Station.
Dave Johnson back with Glenn Contour at Dave J Sports at Glenn Contour. If you want to share your Saturday with us and let us know what you're up to. A lot of, as I said, a lot of multitasking going on. So many sports. It's at type of year. Our friend in Woodbridge is listening in, and again, thank you. His kind thoughts is it is MS Awareness Night or early afternoon or late afternoon, I should say, as determined to find a cure for the multiple sclerosis. You can find out more at the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. And then, of course, we've got Mental Health Awareness Night presented by MedStar. Dr. Stephen Epstein will join us at halftime. 1:16 left. The Wizards, Glenn, what you've been pointing at, they're just not getting as many shots up as Toronto because Toronto is turning the Wizards over.
This is what they've done. I asked Nick Nurse about that before the game, and he told me that's what we got to do. And limit the opposing team's turnovers, create them on our own, and offensive rebound. Those three areas.
Van Vliet out front, 6 on the clock. Foul line, gets them paying, couple pump fakes, leans into Goodwin, scores. Tough. He was trying to draw the foul in Goodwin. Credit Goodwin, no foul, but he made the shot. 52-51. 50 seconds left, first half. Bradley Beal right in the center circle, guarded by Anunoby. Beal off of Porzingis screen, bounce past Goodwin to a cutting Porzingis right block, flips to the shot, no, keeps the rebound alive, but then Barnes gets it. Barnes up court to Van Vliet, 52-51 Wizards. Lob to Pirtle, slam, 2 hands and 1 as Kuzma clocked him as Pirtle slammed it. That is going to be the third on Kyle Kuzma as the Raptors take the lead 53-52. Boy, that hurts. 33 seconds left in the second quarter, and it hurts that Kyle Kuzma, as you said, Glenn, only has taken 6 shots, and as he got off to such a quick start, scored the first 10 points on Thursday, getting off to a slow start here, and now in foul trouble. So Daniel Gafford back in for the Wizards. Jakob Poeltl at the line, trying to give the Raptors a 2-point lead, which would match their biggest lead. Doesn't. Miss the free throw, Porzingis the rebound. Good box out on Siakam. All right, 29 seconds left. There's about 8 seconds over the shot clock, game clock. 53-52 Raptors. Beal right of the circle, guarded by Anunoby. Beal still on the dribble, hash mark right wing, driving. Down to the right block, no and one, but he draws the on Anunoby. On Anunoby, that'll be Anunoby's third foul. So that's a big blow for the Raptors. 17 seconds left here in the first half. Shot clock obviously off. And Beal at the line for the Wizards. Beal with 8 points. Game high 16 from Kristaps Porzingis. Beal misses the free throw. You have the feeling every shot's going to count in this one. The Wizards 10 of 12. Snow from the line. They are getting the line. Anthony Gill getting some run here. The final 17 seconds of the second quarter. Another one coming for Bradley Beal. 53-52. Again, Thursday, the Wizards won 119-108. Beal makes the second. We are tied at 53. 17 seconds left. First half of play. The Raptors work for the final shot. Let's see if they get it. Left the circle, Siakam. Down to 10 seconds. Beal is guarding him. Siakam, the center circle of a Poeltl screen. 6 seconds. Spins back to his right. Top of the key. Foul line. Shoots. No good. Porzingis a rebound. Porzingis a rebound. Good defense on the Wizards without fouling. And we go to halftime, tied at 53.
We got a good one here. I mean, this is back and forth, giant seesaw. And look, let's face it, the Wizards cut their turnovers in half. You know, they got a 10-point lead, but not the case.
13 turnovers for the Wizards in the first half, yet they are tied. 53-53 is the score. Wizards and Raptors, more in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network. We have the CarMax halftime show. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network. Basketball court or trial court? The best teams maximize talent for championship results. So when you or a loved one has a life-changing injury, you can rely upon Chase and Boscolo's winning trial lawyers to protect and fight for your rights. For almost 40 years, those with Chase and Boscolo on their team achieve game-changing results. On the court or in the courtroom, having a dedicated team determines whether you win or lose. When injuries change your life, call Chase and Boscolo, trial lawyers that care. Chase and Boscolo, a proud partner of the Washington Wizards. Berg's Foods, the official hot dog of your Washington Wizards, has been making premium quality Frank's sausages and deli specialties for over 88 years. Berg's hot dogs feature nothing but the finest ingredients. 100% premium cuts of beef and pork, the perfect blend of seasoning and spices, and absolutely no fillers. When you eat a Berg's dog, you're eating the best. Berg's Foods is proud to be the official hot dog of the Washington Wizards. Find us at giant food stores. Visit us at bergsfoods.com. Berg's Foods, the best in the business. What's up, athletes? Whatever sport you're playing, you need hydration to take your game to the next level. With potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and B vitamins, plus no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes, Body Armor Sports Drink provides the hydration your body needs to take on the challenge, no matter the occasion. So get out there today and hydrate with Body Armor. It's more than a sports drink. It's Body Armor Sports Drink. Get out there and stock up on Body Armor Sports Drink at your local Giant.
Data security threats are reaching unprecedented levels, targeting private sector, government agencies, and individuals. At ID Technologies, a CACI company, we've applied our 20-plus years of experience to develop the Archon Solution Suite, empowering your remote teams to work securely from wherever they are, keeping your mission-critical data safe every step of the way. NSA CSFC compliant, quickly deployed, factory-ready at enterprise scale. Visit idtech.com. Brought to you by ID Technologies, a CACI company, along with Dell Technologies. Innovation fueled by experience.
Dave Johnson back at halftime as the CarMax halftime show, presented by CarMax, the road ahead. Also presented by CarMax. CarMax, the way it should be. Curbside pickup and delivery options available. 24-hour take-home test drives. Love it or return it. 30-day money back up to 1,500 miles. And all major systems covered for 90 days or 4,000 miles. Whichever comes first. Make sure you check out CarMax.com. As you know, a great partner of ours is MedStar Health. It is mental health awareness night here with the Wizards. And Dr. Steve Epstein, you're kind enough to spend some time with me and talk about mental health and also the relationship between mental health and physical health.
Absolutely. And it can really go both ways. If you have a physical health problem, that can get you down. And if you have some mental health problems or stress or depression or anxiety, that can make you feel physically bad, whether it's stomach aches or fatigue or insomnia or headaches. It does go both ways.
And is there such a thing where you think, you know what, we have a daily checklist of physical health? Should we have a mental health workout daily?
Yes, we should. We should have our own kind of mental health checklist, like you said. And if things are really rough, make sure somebody else checks on you too. And so what I say is check on yourself mentally, like you just said, but also no matter what, do something good for yourself every day that helps improve your mental health and well-being, because that can help be preventive.
What's your mental workout every day?
Well, as I told you, I try to do good things for myself even today. So I'm on vacation and I went to see the new Rubel Museum. I got some sunlight. And I think just to generalize that a little bit, every day I think, well, what can I do, even if I'm working hard, even if I'm having a stressful day, what can I do each day that's fun? So I'll take a few minutes every day and do some puzzles. I'll make sure to call my best friend because we always laugh together. So put that in your schedule, even if it's for a few minutes. It's really worth it.
Now, what are some of the signals that you warn people to watch out for that your loved one or your friend might be having problems? Because sometimes they're obvious, but maybe sometimes they're not so obvious. And that's why things do get serious, because we don't recognize when those closest to us are dealing with struggles.
I think there's two things we look out for. One is that even though everybody has some stress kind of every day or a few times a week, or they feel down, sometimes if it's pervasive, if it's every day for weeks on end that you're feeling really tense and nervous, or of course, if something serious is going through your mind, like I just don't know if I want to live anymore. So those are warning signs. Get help. We have a lot of comprehensive services, outpatient services, emergency services in all of our hospital emergency departments, hospitalization if needed. And also there's lots of other excellent providers in the DC area. We're pretty lucky because we have access to mental health care. Lots of places around the US and around the world, they don't have the access that we have.
How important is it to put some things out there in the future to adjust our current mood?
I think that's really important. I think looking forward to big trips is great, and looking forward to small daily outings is great. And also, if you are thinking, well, I'm going to power through the next couple of months, but I'm going to really look forward to a spring break vacation. That's not good either. And that's when the little things every day really do mean a lot. So we really have to do both.
Dr. Steve Epstein, thank you. From MedStar Health, mental health awareness. And again, as we always say, that's what is part of the radio party, the connection. We go through ups and downs. We stay together, and feel free to share your thoughts on what you're up to on this Saturday. What we're up to is a pretty good basketball game. I tell you what, the Wizards and Toronto Raptors. I wonder where that phrase came from. I tell you what, 53-all the score. That's what I'm paid to do. Tell you what, 53-all the score. Wizards and Raptors. More in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA member FDIC.
At Leidos, we put technology to work on the front lines. Whether we're helping the military stand up a new application or creating efficiencies in our nation's infrastructure, our technology-driven solutions are helping to make the world safer, healthier, and more efficient. It's important work, and it never stops, because failure is not an option. Visit us at leidos.com.
Shopping for cars is a blast. This one's nice, but realizing they're out of your budget is not. Ooh, moon. That's why CarMax lets you pre-qualify and shop our nationwide inventory by monthly payment, all without impacting your credit score. I could be a hatchback person, because the best way to find a car you love is with a shopping experience you love. Okay, narrowed it down to 50. CarMax, car buying reimagined. See CarMax.com for details.
With Giant Pickup and Delivery, you can shop for all the great local products you love, handpicked and packed by our associates, just for you. All from the comfort of your couch. Save even more at Giant when you stack your savings. Bonus buys, digital coupons, and flexible rewards. Plus, earn 500 reward points when you sign up for Giant Flexible Rewards. More savings for you, only at Giant.
When the Washington Wizards take the court, every decision counts. And when it comes to a great season, the decisions made off the court matter too. At MedStar Health, we're proud the Wizards choose us for their medical care. For generations, the DMV has trusted MedStar Health. We provide the same quality care to the Wizards and their fans, because every great choice comes down to trust. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
For the Raptors, left to circle, left wing Van Vliet, open look from three, up the back of the iron, no. Oh, Thaddeus Young rebound, blocked by Porzingis. Young got an easy putback, Porzingis, no. And there it is, our ID Technologies, Archon protecting the rim, play of the game. Brought to you by ID Technologies, a CACI company. Archon is a secure mobile IT system that enables your teams to work securely from wherever they are. Keep your mission-critical data secure every step of the way. Stay ahead of your adversaries and keep your mission rolling. Visit archonsecure.com to learn more. Halftime, 53 all the score. We get set for the second half when we come back on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
At CDW, we get your employees need their data to go where they go.
That's why we started tattooing company data right on them.
Ow.
Now they have permanent access.
Ouch. Well, at CDW, we can transform your data center painlessly, on-prem and in the cloud, with a Dell technology solution so your data isn't just available, it's powerful.
Whew. I was about to get these Q4 financials tattooed on my neck.
Close call. For technology that moves you forward, trust Dell Technologies and IT Orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Learn more at cdw.com/DellTech.
Martin's Famous Potato Rolls is proud to be the official potato roll for the Capital One Arena. What makes Martin Potato Rolls and Bread exceptional? Their potato rolls and bread are made with only high-quality ingredients that provide a sweet, buttery flavor and a soft, pillowy texture that will add a golden touch to any culinary creation. From simple sandwiches to gourmet meals, when only the best will do, be sure to serve Martin Potato Rolls and Bread. Pick up a pack today. To find a store near you, visit potatorolls.com.
With our newest unlimited plan, everyone's welcome. Introducing Welcome Unlimited from Verizon for just $30 a line per month for 4 lines with autopay plus taxes and fees. Our best priced unlimited plan ever.
Did he say $30?
Yep, $30 a line for the whole family. The network you want, the price you love. Switch to Verizon today. Paper-free billing required. Unlimited 5G nationwide 4G LTE. In times of congestion, your data may be temporarily slower than other traffic. All smartphone lines on the account must be on Welcome Unlimited and are eligible only for select promotions. Includes domestic talk, text, and data usage only. Data roaming at 2G speeds.
The last thing you need to deal with in your home, uninvited pests. Call Pest Management Services Incorporated, the official pest control company of Capital One Arena. This family-owned and operated company is always defending stadiums, arenas, and homes from pests that include spiders, ants, mosquitoes, bedbugs, termites, rodents, mold, and our COVID disinfectant spray. While the Wizards cover the spread, let us stop pests dead. Call us today at 703-723-2899. Or for a free inspection, go to mypmsi.com. Back at halftime, Wizards led in scoring by Kristaps Porzingis, 16 points of concern. 3 personal fouls for Kyle Kuzma. Raptors led in scoring by Pascal Siakam with 10 points. He has 2 personal fouls, but OG Anunoby only 4 points. He has 3 personal fouls. Second half, what's going to happen? We're going to find out on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Wizards fans, let the bets begin with the greatest sportsbook of all time, Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today, register, deposit, and bet on your Wizards or whoever else you like right from the palm of your hand. Or get your bets down at the Sportsbook at Capital One Arena. Must be 18 or older to gamble in D.C., 21 or older in Virginia. Gambling problem? D.C., call 1-800-522-4700. Virginia, call, text, or chat 1-888-532-3500. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Wizards. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Firefly Cellars, a new boutique winery located in the heart of Loudoun County's wine country, is your new go-to weekend destination from the city. This family-owned and operated tasting room, event space, and Airbnb is the perfect escape from busy life. Serving wines made in the beautiful Shenandoah Valley, Firefly has a selection that'll meet the needs of all wine lovers. Can't get there this weekend? No problem. Firefly wines are available in the Capital One Arena Suites. Visit fireflycellars.com for more information.
Get ready for the movies this weekend. I mean, really get ready for the movies this weekend, because totally unlimited movies have arrived at Regal. With Regal Unlimited, it's the perfect pass for movie lovers like you. Regal Unlimited, what does it mean? See all the movies you want as many times as you want, while also enjoying 10% off concessions. You heard that right. Regal Unlimited, all the movies you want as many times as you want, plus 10% off concessions. Use the Regal app to become an unlimited subscriber today. What's up, athletes? Whatever sport you're playing, you need hydration to take your game to the next level. With potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and B vitamins, plus no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes, Body Armor Sports Drink provides the hydration your body needs to take on the challenge, no matter the occasion. So get out there today and hydrate with Body Armor. It's more than a sports drink. It's Body Armor Sports Drink. Get out there and stock up on Body Armor Sports Drink at your local Giant.
The Wizards are back in action, and this season you can be back in the stands to experience it all live. Get verified tickets from Ticketmaster, the official marketplace of the NBA, and you won't miss a single epic moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered, because selling your seats securely with Ticketmaster is as easy as a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Wizards. All right, gang, here we go. Second half. Raptors ball. Left wing outside the arc. Anunoby working right to left. Siakam top of the arc. Van Vliet right wing outside the arc for three. Got it. That's Van Vliet's second three. And Van Vliet has been fairly quiet, but he's only taken 7 shots, 4 of 7. He's got 10 points now. 56-53. And that's the Raptors' biggest lead of the afternoon. Now, left of the circle, right at the point. Gafford bounce pass to Beal. Right wing outside the arc. Beal hash mark right wing crossover. Goes at Pirtle. Jab step. Denied the shot. Finds the line right left corner for three. Oh, it's there. Right in front of the Raptors bench. They were hooting and hollering. He quieted them. Left lane, Van Vliet gets under the basket. We're tied at 56. Anunoby for three. No. Pirtle rebound. Left side of the restricted arc. Back left wing outside the arc. Barnes, top of the arc. Siakam for three. That's no good. Porzingis collects the rebound. Tied at 56. 11:01 to go. Third quarter. DeLon Wright left the circle. Cuts to his right. DeLon Wright pulls back top of the arc. DeLon now gives to Gafford. Now to Kuzma. And Kuzma going to drive. Falls down. Feeds Gafford. Slam. 2 hands. Oh, Kuzma hit the deck. Wow. Gafford got the ball and slammed it.
That was wild. Everybody's watching Kuzma hit the deck, and Gafford was wide open for the timing.
Everybody on the Raptors watching Kuzma hit the deck. Pirtle, top of the arc, 58-56 to score. Right corner now, Barnes. No look pass, under the basket, Pirtle, open, bank, and score. Too easy. We're tied at 58, 10-22 to go here in the third quarter of play. Bradley Beal working left to right. And Raptors just had their biggest lead in this game, 3. Wizards' biggest lead has been 8. It has been a tight one if you're just joining us this afternoon. Bradley Beal, top of the arc, foul line. Right wing DeLon Wright for 3. Oh, it's there! He scores over Van Vliet. He can score too. 61-58 Wizards. DeLon does so many things. Reminds us he can also score. Right at the circle, Van Vliet off a Pirtle screen. Top of the foul line. Sees the cutting Pirtle, gets in the restricted arc. He pinballs off Wright and Gafford. I think Gafford will get called for the foul. That'll be the first on Daniel Gafford. First team foul here in the third quarter of play. What do you think, gang, at Dave Day Sports? At Glenn Consor, as we get into March, our own version of March Madness. Wizards, and Tommy Shepard talked about this with me the other day, that the free throw made 61-59, that the key was to get here and have something to play for, because they do have a favorable schedule.
Yes.
I know Milwaukee is not favorable, but they're home
heavy. Yeah, home heavy. Yeah. Right now the Wizards got to lock in on Van Vliet because, he's got 10 points. I like the rhythm in his shot, and Davies got no turnovers, none.
61-60, Pirtle makes both free throws. And right at the top, Bradley Beal, guarded by Anunoby. Beal cuts to his right. Beal, step back 3, right wing. Oh, it's there! Missiles at the basket. 64-60 Wizards, 9:25 to go, third quarter. Siakam on the right wing. Siakam right at the top of the key on the dribble. Goes to Kuzma. Right block, bank, and score. Went right into Kuzma's chest. 64-62 Wizards, 9:12 to go, third quarter. DeLon Wright, edge of the circle, cuts to his left. Stops the dribble. Floats it to Porzingis, right of the lane. Porzingis double team, splits the double team, dribbles into the paint, but stolen away by Van Vliet. 14th Wizard turnover. Left wing Siakam, he goes in the lane. Feeds Pirtle, left to restrict right jump hook, good. We are tied at 64. 8:49 to go here in the third quarter. Another tie in this game.
Here's what I like about Pirtle's game. He doesn't rush him. He takes his time.
Been tied 7 times. DeLon Wright out front. Left side guarded by Van Vliet. 9 on the clock. Working left to right the Wizards. Right on top of Gafford. Goes at Pirtle. Glides into the lane and lost the ball.
Another turnover.
As the 15th Wizard turnover, as Gafford was trying to at least draw a foul on Pirtle, and he glides into him and he loses control. 64 all. 8:25 to go here in the third quarter. Anunoby hash mark right wing. Top of the arc Pirtle. Back to Van Vliet. Right at the center circle.
14 on the clock. Van Vliet cuts to his right. Gafford and Beal on the defense. Feeds Pirtle right block. Pirtle throws left wing Ananobi, left elbow under the basket. Barnes slam, two hands. Good ball movement by the Raptors, 66-64. They lead a 6-0 Raptors run. That's the way this game is gone. Both teams will have 6 or 7-0 runs or that type of thing. Beal, center circle, off a Gafford screen. Foul line, left corner Kuzma. Guarded by Scotty Barnes. Kuzma puts the ball on the floor, then lost the dribble.
Another turnover. Dave, here's what has
Incredible now.
Here's what has to happen. You can't let Toronto's defense set up. You just can't let them. You got to try to push a little bit. Get some easy buckets in transition.
3 straight turnovers. Left wing, Ananobi. Baseline out of the basket. Pirtle bank and score as he got inside. 8-0 Raptors run their biggest lead, 68-64. 16 turnovers, though.
Yep.
It just, if that continues to mount, it really is going to come back and bite the Wizards in somewhere they don't want to be bitten.
The tushy.
DeLon Wright, center circle. Left wing outside the arc for 3. Oh, it's there. Well, that's a good elixir. 68-67, the third 3 this quarter for DeLon Wright.
You know what a tushy is?
I do. Van Vliet, top of the arc. Right elbow. Feeds Pirtle, restricted arc. Denied, stripped the ball by Kuzma. As DeLon Wright and also Gafford involved. Kuzma left the circle, guarded by Barnes. Kuzma, left wing. Now trying to hit off the Beal. Can't. Out front to Gafford, top of the arc. Left the circle, DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright, guarded by Siakam. He's had the hot hand. Wright drives, gets in the paint. Pass, and ricochet off Gafford's face. Now coming up towards Siakam, going to the basket. Under the basket, Barnes, bank, and one. 69-67. The Raptors, probably 70-67. And then we have players going down like bowling pins. Bradley Beal is on the floor. OG Anunoby, or Pascal Siakam, I think, was slow to get up. He's up, but Beal is still on the floor.
17 turnovers. The Wizards are struggling, and give some credit now to Toronto, Dave. They have 10 steals already. So this has been turnover city. The only one happy here is Betty Crocker.
70-67. Raptors back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Do you have an air conditioning emergency? If so, you need HVAC 911. Call 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/EC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The most skilled and experienced HVAC technicians in the DMV are only a call away. 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/EC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Brought to you by Steam Fair's Local 602.
At Leidos, we put technology to work on the front lines. Whether we're helping the military stand up a new application or creating efficiencies in our nation's infrastructure, our technology-driven solutions are helping to make the world safer, healthier, and more efficient. It's important work, and it never stops, because failure is not an option. Visit us at leidos.com. Dave Johnson back here in Washington. Joe Thomas from our Charlottesville affiliate was just stopping by. And again, we appreciate all the affiliates from the Eastern Shore of Maryland, all the way down to Roanoke and Richmond and Hopewell, wherever you may be listening, Thurmont. I know I started going over a list. I leave somebody out. So tweet me if I left you out there. At Dave J. Sports Tech Link Concert. All right, 70-67. Raptors on top. Good time to remind you, it's $2 Big Mac tomorrow on the McDonald's app if the Wizards win. But right now, they're putting themselves in a cul-de-sac of potential defeat when they give 26 points to the Raptors off 17 turnovers.
What you and I have been also keeping an eye on is field goal attempts. Dave, 54. Toronto has 54 field goal attempts. The Wizards, 37.
Right. Yep.
So you have more of a chance when you are getting up shots like Toronto is. And I got to tell you, man, these turnovers completely plaguing the Wizards, plus the fact that there's a 15-4 advantage in fast break points. Wizards have to find a way to get up and down and not let Toronto's defense get set. And that's really hurting them right now.
DeLon Wright got called for the foul as Scotty Barnes at the line So we understand Denny Abdi questionable right now, stomach virus. Free throw miss, Porzingis corrals it. All right, 70-67 Raptors, 6:31 to go, third quarter. DeLon Wright, Porzingis, Gill, Beal, and Kispert, the lineup. Right, left the circle, guarded by Van Vliet. Feed Beal almost picked up by Anunoby. Beal edge of the circle. Looking to break down Anunoby. Right elbow, right block. Back. No. Battle for the rebound. Gill collects it. Loose ball foul on Anthony Gill.
Oh, come on. I don't know about that one. But, I like what Nick Nurse is doing defensively, changing up his defenses. Now that Kuz is out of the game, you got Scotty Barnes roaming the floor.
Van Vliet now through the center circle. Barnes is in there with Pirtle, Anunoby, and Siakam. Van Vliet heads the circle, cuts to his left. Left the foul line. Bounce pass, a kick ball by DeLon Wright. It was intended for Pirtle. 70-67 Raptors.
Wizards got to find a way to put some pace into this thing.
Think about it. The Wizards are losing, shooting 63%.
Yep.
That's kind of mind-blowing. Into Van Vliet, left the circle. That's
66 from 3.
Left wing Van Vliet now for 3. Looks good. It is good. 3 of 4 beyond the arc is Van Vliet. He was 2 of 11 the other night. And now the Raptors have their big lead, 73-67. Will there be adjustments and changes from Thursday to Saturday? A 13-3 Raptors run. Left corner Kispert. Left wing outside the arc. Beal for 3. It's there. Beal with the answer. The needed answer. We know what the question was. 73-70 Raptors, 5:26 to go. Third quarter.
Or you just passed up a good shot for a great one.
Van Vliet, top of the arc, of a Pirtle screen for 3. That's off the rim. Went through Porzingis' hands, the rebound, but Kispert right there to collect. Kispert hands off to Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal right in the center circle on the dribble, working left to right. 15 on the clock. Beal cuts to his right. Bounce pass, cutting Gill to the basket. Denied by Scotty Barnes, but a blocking foul on Scotty Barnes.
Nick Nurse not happy about that one.
So Gill will go to line to shoot 2. Well, no, they say on the floor, so it'll be side out. But Scotty Barnes thought he did everything right on that play.
So did I.
It's only Barnes first. He's done a lot of things
amazing.
Right. Yeah. Right sideline, Beal didn't have the ball, working left to right. Guarded by Anunoby. Beal out front to right. Gary Trent is on him. Right. Floats it for Porzingis. Is back to Van Vliet. Backs in, turns the right elbow. Left wing, DeLon Wright for 3. Rims out. And Siakam secures the rebound. 73-70 Raptors. Van Vliet. Right wing outside the arc. Anunoby for 3. It's off the rim, and Porzingis catches the rebound. 4:42 to go. Third quarter. Saturday at Capital One. Beal. Slowed out front. Cuts to his right. Down to the baseline. Right. Shoots no, but a foul. Bill Kennedy will tell us it's going to be on OG Anunoby, or who's it on? Pirtle.
Dave, on the play before when Porzingis had the ball in the, I would call it mid-post, he had Van Vliet on him, and he did get double-teamed. I still would have shot him. He could still shoot over, smaller players.
Free throw made, 73-71. So Jakob Pirtle the foul.
He's just so unselfish.
2 team fouls on the Raptors, 3 on the Wizards here in this third quarter. The Bucks here tomorrow at Capital One Arena. Big week.
That's all.
73-72. The Bucks playing the Sixers tonight. Right to left, Van Vliet will come up court for the Raptors. Van Vliet.
7:30 tip, by the way.
Heads to the circle. Left to the top of the key. Siakam goes at Gill and draws a foul on Gill. Threw up the shot, which went in from the foul line. That will not count. But Gill gets his second. That'll be the 4th team foul with 4:24 to go in the third quarter. Raptors lead by 1, 73-72. Into Pirtle, top of the arc. Back to Van Vliet and hash mark on the right wing. Pirtle, foul line, driving, lost a dribble, recovers it, hands off Anabolu, tries, gets the stick guard, bank, no, down up for the rebound, and it's going to be on the Wizards. I think it might be Anthony Gill battling for that rebound with Anunoby. No, Porzingis got it. And Porzingis it's going to be Anthony Gill. They announced number 6, and Porzingis was confused. Well, Anthony Gill, 3 fouls in 3 minutes. Again, no Denny Avdia. It doesn't appear in the second half, or at least is questionable.
The thing about Toronto is, Dave, you don't want to foul this team. They're a very good free throw shooting team. Anunoby is shooting 83% for the season.
74-72 Raptors. Anunoby, the second free throw, is good. All right, the Raptors having some joy here in the third quarter. But it's been coming. Too many turnovers for the Wizards. 17 tonight. Beal right in the circle. Capital One Arena logo. Drive. Right block into the restrictor arc bank. No. Gill grabs the rebound. Goes for the putback. He's fouled. That'll be Pirtle's fourth. Beal thought he was fouled.
Yeah, he took it right to the rim. Got right to the rim on really the whole front line of Toronto, which is Podol and Siakam.
So it'll be the third team foul on the Raptors. Anthony Gill, 4 minutes to go. Important free throws here. Wizards are 13 of 15 from the line, now 14 of 16. The Raptors are 8 of 12. Precious Achua comes in for the Raptors, replaces Jakob Poeltl, as we just mentioned, has 4 fouls. Good crowd on hand, and Saturday, as you would expect. This no other way to describe it. This play-in really has added so much excitement, I think, to the NBA. Not just saying that from a Wizards perspective. It allows so many options down the stretch. Center circle now, Van Vliet. 75-74 Raptors. Van Vliet. Feed for Joe, almost deflected by Porzingis. Back to Van Vliet, left the circle. Van Vliet cuts through the left, foul line, finds right wing Anunoby. Overfield for 3 off the rim. Gill secures a rebound away from Ochoa, who had the position. Gill climbed and secured it. Go on right. Ash Martin the right wing on the dribble. 13 on the clock. Milan throwing the dribble out front, stops it. Porzingis top of the key. 6 on the clock. Porzingis guarded by Siakam. Left elbow, couple pump fakes, leans in, pivots. Now he shoots. That's off the rim. No. Now he's always going to get a look because he's bigger than everyone. Ashmark right wing, Van Vliet down low, cutting Siakam. Wiggles under the basket. Bank. No. Porzingis altered the shot and tipped the rebound to Bradley Beal. 75-74 Raptors. Beal cutting Gill under the basket. Finds left wing. Milan right for 3 off the back of the iron. No. Gary Trent gets the rebound. Trent comes up court for the Raptors. Ashmark in the left wing. They lead 75-74. Trent, top of the arc. Off an Achua screen. Left elbow. Bounce pass back to Precious Achua. At the foul line, denied by Porzingis. Right wing outside the arc. Siakam. Siakam backing into Beal. Right away now. Porzingis comes out on the help defense. Porzingis Beal double team Siakam. Feeds right side lane. Achua. His jumper is no good. From 10 feet, Delon Wright gets the rebound. Wizards trail by 1. Delon Wright through the center circle, and the Wes Unseld will call a timeout.
I will tell you this, Dave. This is such an odd game to some degree because the Wizards are shooting 58% and 60% from 3. And if I'm Nick Nurse, I'm not unhappy with my defense. I mean, I think they've been very aggressive defensively, so that usually those numbers don't follow each other.
No, but again, the 17 turnovers. The Wizards only had 14 last meeting between these two teams. Hang in there, gang. We're in the third quarter. 2:23 to go. Raptors 75, Wizards 74 on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
The National Air Traffic Controllers Association are essential frontline aviation safety professionals who proudly work to oversee the busiest airspace in the world. Our nation's aviation system is an engine that drives our nation's economy. NATCA safely guides people and cargo through the skies 24/7, 365. As air travel continues to grow, NATCA is committed to your safety. Visit them at natca.org, natca.org. NATCA guides you home.
Basketball court or trial court? The best teams maximize talent for championship results. So when you or a loved one has a life-changing injury, you can rely upon Chase & Boscolo's winning trial lawyers to protect and fight for your rights. For almost 40 years, those with Chase & Boscolo on their team achieve game-changing results. On the court or in the courtroom, having a dedicated team determines whether you win or lose. When injuries change your life, call Chase & Boscolo. Trial lawyers that care. Chase & Boscolo, a proud partner of the Washington Wizards.
It's easy to say what's on your mind. Say it a million times. Tell me you love me.
Dave Johnson back with Clint Consler. 75-74 Raptors on top. The decisions made off the court matter too. At MedStar Health, we're proud the Wizards and their fans choose us for their medical care. That is the power of trust. MedStar Health, it is how we treat people. Raptors on top 75-74 as we thank MedStar Health for presenting Mental Health Awareness Night. It is also Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Night. We appreciate any support you can give the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, as our goal is to end MS, make this the final chapter of multiple sclerosis. Denny Abdia is out for the rest of the game, we understand, with a stomach virus. So that is a blow as you try to sort out a game where the Wizards are down by one, shooting 58%. The Raptors, they're 49%. The 17 turnovers are glaring. What else jumps out at you?
Well, it's not just the turnovers, but the points off turnovers. 26 points off turnovers. 26 of the Raptors' 75 points are coming from turnovers. If you cut that down, you win this game.
That's a third, yes. Into Gill, working left to right. Beal, Goodwin, hash mark right wing, left to top E. Gafford back up on Kuzma, left the circle. Kuzma off a Gafford screen. And a legal screen by Gafford. As Gary Trent ends up, Van Vliet, pardon me, that was Van Vliet. Oh, no, wait a minute, they're going to give it to Kuzma. I guess he must have put an elbow there or something that knocked down Van Vliet as Kuzma came off the Gafford screen. So that's going to be the fourth foul on Kyle Kuzma, who's just having a tough afternoon. 9 points. Lob right at the foul line. Barnes hands off Van Vliet under the basket, left corner. Gary Trent working right to left, the Raptors. Trent out front, top of the key. Foul line rises, shoots, scores. All right, the Raptors go up 77-74, 11 off the bench for Gary Trent. A minute 52 to go, third quarter. Goodwin right of the circle, top of the arc. Started by Precious Achua. Right wing Kispert almost poked off by Trent. At the edge of the circle, Goodwin, top of the arc. Bounce pass Kuzma. All over him, Scotty Barnes. Kuzma, cross court in the right corner. Gill for three. Rims out. Rebound goes to Goodwin's hands. He gets it back. Left lane, his cross court pass intended for Kispert. Stolen by Van Vliet. Shovels at Boucher to the basket. Stop. And the Raptors go up 79-74. With a minute 19 left, third quarter.
And now it's 30 points off turnovers. Yikes.
Now there's still a full quarter to turn this around, and it's still a competitive game. Boy, it's a worrying trend. Kispert for three. It's in. Corey Kispert, his second three out front. Now that could cure a lot of ills. 79-77. Raptors on top of the Wizards. Again, the Wizards shooting 59% beyond the arc. Keeping them in this game. Right of the circle, Van Vliet. Final 48 seconds of the third quarter. Gary Trent, hash mark right wing for three off the rim. Gafford goes for the rebound, knocked loose by Boucher. Popcorn around, Boucher gets it back. Left wing Achua. Now they're getting a second chance here. Van Vliet, edge of the circle. He's top of the key. Barnes, and we're going to have defensive 3 seconds.
See, Gaff had to get out of there. They were playing 2-3 zone, and you got to be near an offensive player. And I got news for you. That's a good call. I saw it happening, and I was like, "Oh, maybe they'll get away with it." But nope, good call by the official.
Daniel Gafford took the basketball and hit himself in the head.
Yeah,
3 times in frustration.
If he wasn't going to do it, I was.
Yeah. Well, so now they need to wipe off the basketball that went across the forehead that no doubt had perspiration. But if anybody's ever done that, put a basketball against your forehead, that hurts. Hope he won't have to have any treatment for that. He looks fine, but he definitely was frustrated. And should be, as Matt, of course, allowing the Raptors to go up 80-77, and now they have possession after the Van Vliet technical. DeLon Wright, you just maybe heard announced in with Goodwin, Gafford, Kispert, and Gill. We've seen this lineup tonight a few times, the variations of DeLon Wright and Goodwin still in together. Out front on the right side, Scotty Barnes working right to left. Gary Trent now, top of the arc. Left wing, Boucher for three. Wow, what a pretty shot. Raptors go up 83-77. He has 9 points, and he matches the Raptors' biggest lead. 17 seconds left, third quarter. Shot clock off. Raptors enjoying their biggest lead again. Right, left the circle. Over to Gill, right wing, right at the top of the key, drive, spins down the restricted arc, lost the ball, but he was fouled. He was fouled as he got to the top of the restricted arc. So Anthony Gill making it happen with 4.9 seconds left.
It just concerns me, Dave. The pace of this game is favoring, I think, the Raptors.
Oh, no doubt.
I think, and because they're able to get fast break points, 17-4 advantage. They're also capitalizing on getting to the paint. Dave, there's a 40-26 advantage. See, I think the Wizards got to put some pace into this thing. Don't make it a grinded out game in the fourth.
Anthony Gill makes the first free throw after the foul by Van Vliet, and the second. 83-79, 4.9 seconds left, third quarter. Raptors lead. Raptors are inbound from the backcourt. Van Vliet gets into Barnes, back to Van Vliet. 3 seconds. Van Vliet, center circle. Off 1 foot. His runner at the three-point arc is good. Punch in the gut. Van Vliet at the buzzer off 1 foot. 3 points. And Raptors go to the fourth quarter with their biggest lead, 86-79. Ouch.
Big time ouch. And, give credit to Van Vliet, who I thought was quiet in the first game, and Van Vliet now has 17 points. He's got 7 assists, Dave, and no turnover on 6 of 10 shooting. He is controlling this game.
But there's a fourth quarter still to come. We hope you're around for it. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Wizards fans, let the bets begin with the greatest sportsbook of all time, Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today, register, deposit, and bet on your Wizards or whoever else you like right from the palm of your hand. Or get your bets down at the Sportsbook at Capital One Arena. Must be 18 or older to gamble in D.C. 21 or older in Virginia. Gambling problem? D.C. Call 1-800-522-4700. Virginia, call, text, or chat 1-888-532-3500. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Wizards. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Ideation through innovation and integration. That's not hockey coaches speak, but the way we work at Epic Concepts. At Epic Concepts, we provide IT solutions of the highest caliber. We'll work with you from the start to understand your requirements and work continuously until you are thrilled with the result. Epic Concepts provides the ability to create integrated turnkey IT solutions for simplifying everything from acquisition to deployment. Epic Concepts is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business. Find out more at Epic. That's EPOCHconcepts.com.
When the Washington Wizards take the court, every decision counts. And when it comes to a great season, the decisions made off the court matter too. At MedStar Health, we're proud the Wizards choose us for their medical care. For generations, the DMV has trusted MedStar Health. We provide the same quality care to the Wizards and their fans because every great choice comes down to trust. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Here we go, gang. It's the fourth quarter. This is what it's all about. We're here in March. The Wizards started this day 30-32, right behind the Raptors at 31 and 33. It's getting loud in here. A crazy game again for different reasons. The Raptors lead 86-79, now their biggest lead. Wizards are down even though they're shooting 58%, but they've had 19 turnovers leading to what is a mind-blowing 30 Raptors points.
A scary number right there. And Wizards got outscored 33-26 in the third. Too many points given up.
30 points off turnovers, yet the Wizards still have a chance here. Kuzma left the circle, left wing outside the arc. Jordan Goodwin working left to right. To Kuzma, who's got 4 fouls, left the lane, double team, out front Kispert, left wing outside the arc for 3, it's there! Kispert, waiting for 3 from 3, buries it. 86-82.
Boy, are they blitzing Kuz, man. He puts it down once. There's 3 guys on him.
Top of the arc now, Trent, left elbow. Left the foul line off 1 foot, shoot, scores. Well, he's found his rhythm off the bench. Gary Trent Jr., he's got 13. 88-82, Raptors. Up court now, Kendrick Nunn is in for the Wizards. Top of the arc, top of the key. Right wing to Goodwin, back to Nunn into the circle. Now Kuzma. Left the top of the key, guarded by Will Barton. Now Kuzma swings it across his hips and draws a foul, Will Barton. So that'll be the second on Will Barton.
Boy, give credit to the Raptors for really holding down Kyle Kuzma tonight. Only 9 points.
Kuzma left sideline, inbound the ball after the foul by Barton. Into Goodwin. 11:09 to go, fourth quarter. Goodwin, top of the arc. Drives, right elbow goes at Achua into the restrict arc. Bank and score. Well, Goodwin just had Achua backpedaling. 88-84 Raptors. Left the circle, pressures Achua. Right of the circle, Scotty Barnes. Barnes, hash mark in the right wing. Top of the arc, Trent. Back to Barnes. Barnes on the dribble out front, top of the arc. Hands off Trent. He wheels foul line to a cutting Barnes. Oh, slam! Two hands! Corey Kistler just could only get out of the way. 90-84 Raptors. All right, Raptors suddenly getting momentum. Kendrick Nunn, hash mark right wing, cuts to his right. Down to the right block, hangs in the air. Blocked from behind by Will Barton. 90-84 Raptors. 10 seconds on the shot clock. We get going in the fourth quarter. Plenty of anxiety from a Wizards perspective. Baseline left, Goodwin to inbound the ball. Goodwin. His pass is deflected by Boucher, who gets it. Boucher deflects the inbound pass. So it's one Wizard turnover.
They've been the aggressor on defense all game.
Trent, foul line, shoots, scores. Ouch. More points off turnovers, 92-84. Raptors, that's 15 for Trent, who had 4 on Thursday. This is a different game. Kuzma, top of the arc. Kuzma goes at Barnes, left double, couple pump fakes, denied, spins, shoots in and out. Rebound underneath Achua.
The ball's not moving offensively at all.
92-84 Raptors, 9:49 to go. Here in the fourth, Will Barton off an Achua screen. Barton, left double, left wing, Gary Trent. Gary Trent for 3. Wow.
Got to get one.
Largest lead for the Raptors, 95-84. And Gary Trent, again, he only had 4 points on Thursday, now has 18. A game high 18. My friends, the Wizards are in trouble. We're back in a moment, but it's early in the fourth quarter. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network. Basketball court or trial court? The best teams maximize talent for championship results. So when you or a loved one has a life-changing injury, you can rely upon Chase and Boscolo's winning trial lawyers to protect and fight for your rights. For almost 40 years, those with Chase and Boscolo on their team achieve game-changing results. On the court or in the courtroom, having a dedicated team determines whether you win or lose. When injuries change your life, call Chase and Boscolo. Trial lawyers that care. Chase and Boscolo, a proud partner of the Washington Wizards.
Wizards fans, let the bets begin with the greatest sportsbook of all time, Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today, register, deposit, and bet on your Wizards or whoever else you like right from the palm of your hand. Or get your bets down at the Sportsbook at Capital One Arena. Must be 18 or older to gamble in D.C. 21 or older in Virginia. Gambling problem? D.C. Call 1-800-522-4700. Virginia, call, text, or chat 1-888-532-3500. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Wizards. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Dave Johnson back at Capital One Arena with Blake Consort. The Wizards are in trouble. 32 points. They've given up 20 turnovers. You heard that right, and there's still 9:40 left in the game. It must be said, though, the Wizards are still in this game, shooting 57%. And yes, the Raptors do have their biggest lead, 11 right now, but a long way to go, 9:40 left.
You know, it's not too bad like that they're down 11, but they got to be the ones that get stops, the Wizards defensively. Let's talk defense for a second. They got to be the ones that get stops. They got to be the ones that create turnovers, because if it keeps going at this pace, you know,
not going to win.
Well, Toronto's going to close the door early.
Yep. Ticketmaster, upcoming home game presented by Ticketmaster, back here at Capital One tomorrow. Remember, this game originally was a Monday. It'll be tomorrow. Milwaukee Bucks are in town. Yeah, those Bucks. Ticketmaster.com/Wizards.
They got some pretty good players on that Bucks team,
I keep hearing that rumor.
You know, give credit to the Raptors tonight, because not only has their defense caused a whole bunch of turnovers, but they've only committed 8.
Yep.
So they've taken care of the ball.
Well, you think about Thursday, both teams had 14 turnovers. The Raptors are taking care of the ball. The Wizards are obviously not. And credit to the Raptors defense. Early on, you could say some was careless by the Wizards. But look, it was how many times Wes Unseld Jr. was as much as we talked about other things. Just don't turn the ball over. No. And it's unfortunately happened for the Wizards. But they're still listening to the clock. 9:36 left. But what are they going to do with that clock? Kuzma on the wing. It's deflected away by Will Barton on the left wing. Goes out of play. So again, this handsy, energetic Raptors team, that wasn't a turnover, but it certainly disrupts the flow.
Yes.
14 seconds on the shot clock. And you have Barton and Kuzma really battling before the ball is even handed to Kispert. Kispert lob for Kuzma. Kuzma double team. Feed out front. Intercepted by Trent. Trent to the basket. Bang. Score. The 21 turnovers by the Raptors have led to 34 points. 21 Wizards turnovers, I should say, have led to 34 Raptor points. I can't even say it right. 97-84. Beal just inside the foul line. Rises, shoots, scores, and gives the Wizards some much-needed relief. 97-86 Raptors. 9:03 to go. Scotty Barnes, edge of the circle. Bounce past to Trent, and we're going to have offensive foul. Precious Achiuwa, illegal screen. Well, again, what made that turnover, they're really putting the pressure on Kuzma.
Yep.
And he threw a blind pass out front, and the Raptors just went and got it. 97-86 Raptors, 8:57 to go, fourth quarter.
And that was the adjustment they made yesterday. 2 days ago, they put pressure on Beal initially.
Beal pulls back. In the midcourt, guard by Achiuwa. Goes at Achiuwa. Drives. Lost the dribble. He was looking to attack Achiuwa, looking to break him down. Probably liked the matchup, but got to keep the ball. 97-86, the 22nd Wizard turnover. It's got to be close to a season high. 26 is the season high for the Wizards. Right in the circle, Gary Trent. Trent, top of the arc. Foul line. Back up front of Achiuwa for 3. It's off the back of the eye. Gafford the rebound. 97-86 Raptors. 8:21 to go. Up court now, Beal. Beal, right at the top of the right wing, Kuzma. Kuzma circles out front. Shadowed by Will Barton. 13 on the clock. Kuzma, left elbow. And drives and lost the ball.
Man, too much, man. Too much.
Obviously, he just lost the ball.
Yeah.
Because it's Raptors' ball.
Yeah, no, he just lost it. I mean, he was going up. I mean, but this is where you got to run plays. Run some sets. You want to get Kuz up some shots, run a set for him. Don't try to just make it 1-on-1 or 1-on-4.
Kuzma's 5th turnover. Trent, top of the arc. Left elbow. Jab, step, fades. Left wing just inside the arc. No. Rebound tipped by Kuzma to Beal. 97-86 Raptors. Beal scooting up court. Right elbow. Jab, step. Gets separation from Barnes. Shoots, misses. Barnes a rebound. Barnes center circle. Foul on behind the back pass for Achiuwa. And it goes off Achiuwa's leg. Yeah, Barnes got a little too fancy there for his own good.
See, but look at the pace. You know, everything that the Raptors are doing is either a primary or a secondary fast break. And that's how they're scoring the points.
97-86 Raptors, 7:39 to go, fourth quarter. I said there's time, but the Wizards have to start doing something with that time. Beal, Capital One Arena logo, drives on Barnes, right block, bag, no. And Boucher, the rebound now. He looked like he was bumped by Barnes.
Yes, it did.
Barton right elbow to the basket, gets an restricted arc and a traveling call. Oh, no, jump ball.
That's a travel.
Barton went up and down, but they're going to say it was a jump ball. I thought it's going to be Porzingis jumping with Barton. I thought Porzingis just forced Barton into an up and down situation. 97-86. Raptors. Boy, the Wizards need something to give them momentum.
Yes, they do.
Something, and I say momentum. They need something to give them a spark. Not even close to momentum
They got to start creating turnovers.
Yeah.
They got to start, ramping up their defense, playing the passing lanes, getting deflections.
Porzingis wins a tip to Beal. And the offensive end of the Raptors, and now Beal to bring it up court. 7:13 to go. Beal on the dribble, Capital One Arena logo. Got it by Scotty Barnes. Beal spins. Right elbow going to the basket. Hangs in the air. Left wing Porzingis. Top of the arc. Kispert for 3. It's there. Tic-tac-toe. Kispert 4-4 beyond the arc. Wizards serving notice. They're not done.
And it started with a Bradley Beal spin move that left the whole Raptors team watching him.
97-89 Raptors. Barnes, hash mark right wing. It has to be on defense now, though. Back to Barton, center circle, got it by Kister. Cuts to his left, feeds Ananobi, right elbow, gets under the basket. And it went off a Wizard. So Ananobi lost it, but it went off a Wizard. 3-second shot clock. This is a big defensive sequence. 3-second shot clock, 6:37 left in the game. Great ball movement 3 by Corey Kispert. Got some life back in the arena. 97-89 Raptors. We are in Washington, D.C. on this Saturday. Fred Van Vliet comes back in. He's had a much better performance this afternoon. 17 points. They did Thursday. Van Vliet baseline. Right corner, Siakam inside the arc shoots. That's no good. Beal, good position. Tips will be about a Porzingis. Beal boxed out Scotty Barnes. Left the circle now, DeLon Wright. Right on the dribble out front. Swatted at by Van Vliet. 6:25 left in the game. DeLon Wright cuts to his right. Now he's at the Capital One Arena logo right side. Top of the arc, Bradley Beal. Guarded by Van Vliet. Beal, couple jab steps, left elbow. Spins just inside the foul line. Shoots off the rim. No! Boy, just couldn't get the touch. Credit in with the move. 97-89 Raptors. Now Barnes, right elbow. Gets in the paint. Goes at Porzingis. Banks the shot. No. Porzingis made him take a bad shot. DeLon Wright left the circle. Left wing Bradley Beal. Double team left corner Kuzma. Kuzma driving to the basket. Bank and score. Kuzma from the left corner to the basket. A 7-0 Wizards run. Not done. Not done. You still with us, gang? 97-91. Raptors on top of the Wizards. Keep checking if you like at Dave J Sports at Glenn Consor. Like our good friend Mo says, yeah, you're not going to win many games with 23 turnovers, but we'll see if the Wizards can find a way. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Let's take a moment and think about the things you love. It could be stuff like vintage vinyl, stylish sunglasses, or your exotic fish collection. Whatever your passion is, the new Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery gives you a chance to multiply your cash by 5, 10, 25, or even 100 times and enjoy a lot more of the stuff that makes you, you. Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery. If you love it, multiply it. Please play responsibly.
The last thing you need to deal with in your home, uninvited pests. Call Pest Management Services Incorporated, the official pest control company of Capital One Arena. This family-owned and operated company is always defending stadiums, arenas, and homes from pests that include spiders, ants, mosquitoes, bedbugs, termites, rodents, mold, and our COVID disinfectant spray. While the Wizards cover the spread, let us stop pests dead. Call us today at 703-723-2899, or for a free inspection, go to mypmsi.com.
Dave Johnson back with Glenn Consor, 97-91. Yeah, as Allison Boss says, wow, just checking it out, have a long day and can't believe the turn of events. The Wizards, Mo, you're right. You don't win many games with 23 turnovers, but the Wizards are shooting 56%. And you can't worry about those 23 turnovers now, but you've got a 2-possession game with a lot of time left. Can they do something with that? Jeff Coppin, thank you for checking in. We need the late check-ins. We're paused. We just paused 10 seconds. Station identification on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
WTEM Washington and WJFK HD2 Manassas, the Team 980 and Odyssey station.
Cats and Cats, David Gaines, thanks for sharing some of your thoughts on a Mental Health Awareness Day here. We appreciate Dr. Steve Epstein of MedStar Health. Again, it's so important. We stay together and stay connected and be kind to each other. That's part of what it's all about. That's the most important part, actually. 97-91. Raptors on top of the Wizards. As I've shared with you, I'm trying to beat this thing called multiple sclerosis. I appreciate today's also MS Awareness Day with the Wizards. So any contribution you can give to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, believe me, much appreciated. All right, the Wizards, what do you make of a game where, they were leading for such large stretches of the first half of play? We were tied at halftime, even though they had a bad turnover number. The turnovers have now really hurt them, but they're still in the game. Van Vliet, left elbow, cutting Pirtle, right elbow to the basket, bank, missed. The shot, good defense by Porzingis, did not foul Pirtle. All right, there's an opening for the Wizards, 97-91. Raptors, 5:31 to go. Beal, right elbow, driving, gets in the restricted arc. Left corner, Kuzma for three. It's there! Oh, it's there! There's a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. A 10-0 Wizards run. 97-94. Raptors on top. 5:15 left. Van Vliet on the dribble. Capital One Arena logo, right side. Top of the key. Foul line. Shoots over Porzingis. On the back of the iron, no. Rebound tipped by Kuzma to Beal. And we're going to call an offensive goaltend.
It was. The ball was in the cylinder. When after it hit the rim, you still can't take it off. And you know what, Dave? In European rules, that's legal.
Good debate to be in Munich. 99-94 Raptors. Beal, right of the circle. Beal, Capital One Arena logo on the right side, guarded by Van Vliet. Right corner, Kispert. Not missed a three. Left the circle, Kuzma. Foul line, drives the basket, underhand, no. Rebound to Lon right. Out front, Kispert had to reach for it, has to prevent a backcourt violation. His pass, Capital One Arena logo, Kuzma for three off the rim. Rebound, Porzingis to the basket, and one! And one, you kidding me? They got something out of nothing. Less than nothing. Kuzma shot that from the Capital One Arena logo in desperation. Porzingis, rebound, put back, and he's going to the line, trying to make it a 2-point game. 99-96 Raptors. This team is showing heart.
It's once again character, grit, determination, and resiliency. They took it on the chin a bunch of times, but you got to make free throws down the stretch.
Missing the free throw, 4:33 to go. 99-96, Raptors on top. Right of the circle, Van Vliet. Started by DeLon Wright, chance of defense, crowd getting into it. Van Vliet, Capital One Arena logo, right side, 7 on the clock. Van Vliet, guarded by DeLon Wright, drives, right corner now, Trent, 2 seconds. Trent, top of the key, shoots, scores, wow. 22 off the bench for Gary Trent. What a big shot with the shot clock winding down. 101-96 Raptors.
He's got 20 of the 38 bench points.
He's got 11 this quarter, does Gary Trent. Right of the circle, Bradley Beal. Got by Van Vliet. Beal drives, right block the basket, bang, score! Score! Beal, nice for the basket. Won the game. 3:49 to go. 101-98 Raptors. Just like Thursday, it feels like a playoff game. Look at the standings.
Really
still
does.
wide. Van Vliet left the circle. Chance of defense. And he's banging a drum. Siakam right of the lane. Dribbles into a double team. Back right wing Van Vliet. He drives. 5 on the clock. Under the basket. Pirtle jump hook bank and score. And now Van Vliet drew attention to himself and then found Pirtle. 103-98 Raptors.
Pirtle's got some big time hands. That was not an easy catch.
With Porzingis on him. Center circle Beal off of DeLon Wright screen. Beal double team. Bounce pass DeLon Wright. Foul line driving. Pass on the wing Porzingis. Porzingis ball fake driving. Bang. Score! Porzingis a smooth drive to the basket. He's got 20 points, 10 rebounds, 103-100 Raptors.
Got to get some stops here.
2:55 to go.
Got to get aggressive defensively.
Siakam on the right wing, out front Van Vliet, left wing Gary Trent. Trent drives, foul line, shoots, scores.
Wow.
He's got the head. He's got 24 off the bench, 105-100 Raptors.
So much focus is on Siakam and Van Vliet. Everybody's chasing those guys, and then Trent makes you pay.
Beal, Capital One Arena logo, drives on Anunoby, jab step. Behind the arc, he feeds Porzingis right of the lane. Porzingis drives, free pass, slam, 2 hands. Oh my goodness, Porzingis, the throwdown. Oh, that'll jar your preserves. 105-102 Raptors.
Need a stop here, Dave. Need a stop.
Driving, pull over. Driveway, stay there. Siakam, foul line, gets in the paint. DeLon Wright trying to dig it out. Thought he forced a jump ball. He does dig it out. Goes to Kispert. There's the stop. And who else? DeLon Wright, the steal. 105-102 Raptors. Beal, right in the circle. Beal, right elbow. Trying to spin on Van Vliet. Gets to the paint. Top of the thick arc. Bang. No. Follow right. Gets the rebound. Throws out to the wing. Intercepted by Siakam. And 38 to go. Right wing Trent. He's at the hot hand for 3. Misses. Porzingis corrals the rebound. Had to have that rebound. Wizards down by 3. 105-102. A minute 28 to go in the fourth quarter.
I think it's important that they run a set here.
Beal, right elbow, down to the right of the restrictor arc. Back up front right. Right, foul line. He drives, glides, and flips up a shot off the top of the rim.
Got right to the rim.
Got right to the rim. DeLon Wright got right there, drove into the teeth of the Raptors defense. It's still 105-102 Raptors. Siakam now into the circle. Fans are on their feet here. Siakam, top of the key, foul line. Back up from Van Vliet for three off the back of the iron and off the top of the backboard. We have 52 seconds left and still a 3-point game. 105-102 Raptors. Oh, yeah. I loosened my tie, but it's been loose for a long time. So fans are really getting into this. They are standing up. I'd pull over and stand up too. Crank up the radio. Into Beal. 51 seconds left. Beal walking the ball up court. Right of the circle. Anunoby guarding him. Now Van Vliet on him. Right of the circle.
They're switching everything on Beal.
Beal, Capital One Arena logo, 9 seconds. Beal goes at Van Vliet, left elbow. Knocked away by Van Vliet, gets the ball back, left leg outside the arc, DeLon Wright for three. It's there! It's there! DeLon Wright with three, with 2 seconds on the shot clock. His fourth three. Flames on the scoreboard, and we are tied at 105. We are tied at 105. Nobody moves. We're back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Shopping for cars is a blast. This one's nice, but realizing they're out of your budget is not. Ooh, move. That's why CarMax lets you pre-qualify and shop our nationwide inventory by monthly payment, all without impacting your credit score. I could be a hatchback person, because the best way to find a car you love is with a shopping experience you love. Okay, narrowed it down to 50. CarMax, car buying reimagined. See CarMax.com for details.
Our CarMax Road Ahead, presented by our good friends at CarMax. It's the way it should be, as we always tell you. Available, so many things, like curbside pickup, delivery options available, 24-hour take-home test drives. Love it or return it. 30-day money back, up to 1,500 miles, and all major systems covered for 90 days or 4,000 miles. Whichever comes first, check it out at CarMax.com. Hey, Trevor in Richmond, thanks for finding us. Celebrating your grandmother's birthday. Happy birthday to Grandma. And yes, you're hearing it, David Gaines. It is pandemonium here at Capital One Arena. How about Mr. DeLon Wright?
Unreal.
Would you call that onions in that shot or something like that?
I would call it Vidalia onions. So I don't even know what that means.
All right, your thoughts here. 29 seconds left, tie game. Raptors ball. If you can't hear it, you might need a hearing test. They're chanting defense here. Hash mark, right sideline. Van Vliet inbound to Barnes, right of the circle. Raptors working right to left. Van Vliet now, left side. Now the point between the circles. Van Vliet on the dribble, guarded by Kuzma. 15 seconds. Now left of the lane. Siakam out to Van Vliet for three off the rim. Rebound Beal. 13 seconds left in the game. We are tied at 105. 9 seconds. Beal left of the circle. Wizards working left to right. Beal looking to go at Anunoby. 3 seconds. He drives, pulls up, flips him a shot. No. Put back by DeLon Wright. No. We're going to overtime. We are going to overtime. Extra basketball. Beal left the lane. His shot didn't go, and neither did DeLon Wright's put back. You ready for more, gang? 105-105. Wizards and Raptors. Come on back. And I'll say please. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
As our country recovers from the pandemic and as air traffic continues to come back, aviation is a vital economic engine. You can depend on the National Air Traffic Controllers Association and its 20,000 aviation safety professionals who work hard 24/7, 365, safely moving passengers, crew, and vital cargo. The members of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, NATCA, guide you home safely. Visit them at natca.org. That's natca.org.
The last thing you need to deal with in your home, uninvited pests. Call Pest Management Services Incorporated, the official pest control company of Capital One Arena. This family-owned and operated company is always defending stadiums, arenas, and homes from pests that include spiders, ants, mosquitoes, bedbugs, termites, rodents, mold, and our COVID disinfectant spray. While the Wizards cover the spread, let us stop pests dead. Call us today at 703-723-2899, or for a free inspection, go to mypmsi.com.
When I lose control.
Dave Johnson, Glenn Contor, and along with Jonathan Morris, Brian Albert, and our engineer Tim Parker, we're back at Capital One Arena. We're so glad that you're on board at 105. 105, Wizards and Raptors tied. Look, Glenn, by all rights, when you have 24 turnovers, you probably should lose. But the Wizards, that's not this team, how it rolls, the character, the heart, and they did. I think only one turnover the last about 6 minutes for the Wizards, so they did clean it up.
Well, I will tell you this. They got a 40-29 advantage on the boards. That's the other thing. I think the Wizards down the stretch here in regulation got every big rebound they needed to. Every one.
Well, and that was such a hallmark of their success on Thursday. As, of course, they got after it on the rebounds, on the boards. All right, who's going to be the hero in this overtime? Wizards, Kyle Kuzma has 14 points. He does have 4 personal fouls. Porzingis leads the Wizards with 22. 24 for Gary Trent off the bench. You ready, gang? Jump ball, the center circle between Porzingis and Scotty Barnes. They're having trouble. Is Bill Kennedy the referee?
Dave, you got to get down there and toss it.
Yeah. Well, Porzingis wins it, but it goes to Siakam. It goes to Siakam. He slipped it behind, and Siakam steals the jump ball. Raptors get the first possession of overtime. Van Vliet, hash mark on the left wing. 12-second shot clock. Top of the arc, Siakam. Siakam, as the Raptors work right to left. Siakam, right elbow, goes to Kispert. Now DeLon Wright digs in there and come up with a steal. Is a jump ball. Yeah, DeLon Wright, it looked like a rugby player there, Glenn, diving on the floor like he was trying to create a scrum.
This is where he gets his steals, Dave. He gets them on the ground.
It would
as soon as the ball goes down, he is on the floor stealing the ball. He doesn't steal it when it goes up to the waist.
Would have been his 6th steal. It's a jump ball between Siakam and DeLon Wright. 1 second shot clock. This is at the foul line, Raptors offensive end. Ball in the air. Wright wins it. Goes to Kuzma. Yes, the Wizards call that a stop. That's the way to start overtime from a Wizards perspective. 105 all. Beal, center circle, cuts to his left elbow, almost lost the ball. Back to Porzingis, hash mark left wing. Porzingis gives the Beal on that left wing. 6 on the clock. Beal, top of the key, left elbow, left on top of the shoots. That's no good. Porzingis swats at the rebound, but getting it, Gary Trent ahead to Van Vliet. Lost the dribble, recovers. 4:05 to go, overtime. Van Vliet in the center circle. Gary Trent out front on the left side. 12-second shot clock. Gary Trent cuts to his left. DeLon Wright fights through the Anunoby screen. Trent right at the top of these shoots. Off the rim and in. He's got the touch. He's got 26 off the bench. A game high. And with 3:44 to go in overtime, he's got the first 2 points of overtime. They belong to the Raptors. 107-105. Beal, Capital One Arena logo right side. Out front right, left at the top of the key. Right, hash mark on the left wing. 7-second shot clock. Head down, foul line, drives, gets in her quick guard, flips on the shot, and scores! DeLon Wright just knifes in the paint. He's got 18. We're tied at 107.
Boy, the middle opened wide open for him, and he just took it right to the defense, right to the heart of the defense.
Van Vliet, edge of the circle, working right to left. Trent, right of the circle. Trent, right at the top of the key, guarded by Kispert, off 1 foot, shoots, misses.
Good D by
from
Kiss.
about 18 feet. Kispert didn't take any fake. 107 all, 2:58 to go. Overtime. Beal, right of the circle. You have Kuzma in the right corner, Kispert left corner. Porzingis down on the left wing. Beal out front. Goes at Van Vliet. Porzingis left wing outside the arc. 7 o'clock. Porzingis puts the ball on the floor. Spins. Left the foul line. Shoots. Doesn't get it to go. Kuzma keeps the rebound alive, but it goes out of play. goes out of play as it went out of play on the sideline.
I think you got to run some pick and rolls here instead of ISOs, spreading it out.
107 all, 2:36 to go. Siakam, the point between the circles for the Raptors. Left to the top of the East, Scotty Barnes. Porzingis is on him. 10 on the clock. Barnes, top of the key now. DeLon Wright picks him up. Left wing outside the arc. Van Vliet over Porzingis for three. That's no good. Not easy to make a three with a 7-3 guy coming at you. And what do we have here?
What a towel.
As Bradley Beal was bringing the ball up court, Bill Kennedy, the referee, noticed something right in front, basically the Wizards bench, and he stopped play. So there's no infraction. Just stop play because I guess something spilled or some moisture on the court, perhaps. Does not favor the Wizards. They have to inbound it from the backcourt.
Yep.
Raptors are covering them. They're into Beal. He's got to get across the timeline, which he does. With 1 second to spare, guarded by Anunoby. Beal. Capital One Arena logo right side. Guarded by Van Vliet. Rocking the cradle. Foul line. Jab step. Goes for a shot. Knocked away by Van Vliet. 6 on the clock. Beal gets it back.
He's got to go.
Beal, center circle. 3 on the clock. Beal, left elbow. Driving to the basket. Bang. No. And the rebound comes to Gary Trent. We're tied at 107. Van Vliet. Left wing Siakam, left elbow, drive, 0 step in the lane. Left corner Van Vliet is open for 3. Got it.
Wasn't going to miss that one. Wide open.
5th 3 for Fred Van Vliet. 110-107. Raptors, 1:43 to go.
They're putting the Wizards in a scramble situation. Wizards got to make sure they run a play, set a screen.
I don't think they've done that in overtime. It doesn't seem. DeLon Wright, right at the center circle. 5 on the clock. Right, 4 on the clock. Kuzma, edge of the center circle for 3, misses. Off the rim, Trent gets a rebound. There was nothing there. Forced Kuzma into a shot from the edge of the center circle. Unraveling here for the Wizards in overtime. Siakam goes at Kuzma. Jab step, and we're going to have an offensive foul on Siakam.
He threw his elbow out. Siakam's begging his coach to review it, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
109 left in overtime. Wizards are down 110-107. And the Wizards just called a timeout.
Man.
Nobody moves like Rob. Back in a moment on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
When the Washington Wizards take the court, every decision counts. And when it comes to a great season, the decisions made off the court matter too. At MedStar Health, we're proud the Wizards choose us for their medical care. For generations, the DMV has trusted MedStar Health. We provide the same quality care to the Wizards and their fans because every great choice comes down to trust. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Dave Johnson back at Capital One Arena. We are in overtime, 110-107. Raptors on top. The Wizards are still in this game as they had 24 turnovers in regulation, no turnovers in overtime. They cleaned up that act.
34 points the Raptors have scored off turnovers, Dave.
But Glenn, the Wizards are 1 of 6 in overtime from the field, and we're just not seeing the ball move in overtime.
No ball movement, not running set plays. And what they're doing is they're waiting too long to begin their offensive sets. Seems like every time there's 5 seconds left, that's when they go. You got to go earlier.
But the Wizards, I think, I was going to say have 9 lives. It feels like they have 29 lives today. They're, for all that we just described that was negative, 109 left, right 110-107 Raptors. Wizards just used a timeout. They have 1 timeout left. The Raptors 2. And DeLon Wright, I think, might be an infection control situation. I'm going to check and see if he has blood.
Yeah, he does. He has it on his underneath his knee pad. There's blood coming out.
Uh-oh. All right, so we have a delay here.
Yeah, they got a little delay. They got to patch it up. And he's got those leggings on that's over the pad, so you can see it.
How about
where I'm sitting?
How about DeLon Wright? 18 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and 5 steals. And DeLon Wright, 5 steals with that
Unreal.
line. And DeLon Wright has the only 2 points in overtime for the Wizards. 110-107. We were tied at 105 when we went to overtime. Siakam guarding Kuzma, hash mark left wing. Wizards working left to right. Kuzma, center circle. Guarded by Siakam. Kuzma, rocking the cradle. Right elbow. Gets the top of the strict arc and a foul. Shot blocked by Siakam. Kuzma ends up on the deck. Siakam gets his 5th. Scotty Barnes is looking at the Raptors bench, wanting a review. Are they going to review it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Nick Nurse is right.
I think they're going to challenge
the officials. It is a challenge.
Yep. All right. This is huge. But again, I don't, Glenn, your thoughts, it didn't feel like they were going to play. I mean,
Well, it wasn't. I mean, they spread it out. The spacing was there. And Kuz did the right thing.
Attack, yes.
Yeah, he did the right thing, and he drew contact, which is nice, but still.
All right, 30 seconds. That's all we're going to take. 110-107. Raptors on top of the Wizards. Back in 30 seconds. You can count on it if you like on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Shopping for cars is a blast. This one's nice, but realizing they're out of your budget is not. Ooh, move. That's why CarMax lets you pre-qualify and shop our nationwide inventory by monthly payment, all without impacting your credit score. I could be a hatchback person, because the best way to find a car you love is with a shopping experience you love. Okay, narrowed it down to 50. CarMax, car buying reimagined. See CarMax.com for details.
Big Johnson back with Clint Consor. Look at a replay of Kuzma attacking in the paint. It looks to us, or I'm looking at a replay, Glenn, where it looks like Siakam gets him on the elbow.
Yeah, it looks like he hit his elbow on the way up with his left arm.
So it's not a question about the block being clean. Intense. He had, and talk about a tough drive. He had Anunoby on his other side, breathing on him. So Kuzma, yeah, it's going to be unsuccessful to challenge. So this is 2 free throws for Kyle Kuzma with a minute left in overtime. 110-107.
Unsuccessful. The defensive foul that was called stands as called.
So Kuzma, 2 of 2 at the line. Tough day for him to get in the flow. He had 4 fouls. Does have 4 fouls, 14 points.
Tell you what else I'm looking at. Beal's got 41 minutes. Kuz has 40.
And tomorrow the Bucks are in town.
Bingo.
Yeah. There's the Bucks also play tonight. Just to point that out. As Kuzma makes the free throw. Tyree Crossland says he wants his onion sliced, beer battered, and fried. As we talked about DeLon Wright having a, what did you say, medallion onion?
Medallion, yeah. I think those are red ones.
110-108. Kuzma makes both. All right, we have a 1-point game with 1 minute left in overtime between 2 teams that are basically tied in the standings. Other than that, they're not close. Siakam through the center circle. Working right to left of the Raptors. Chance of defense. They continue. Gary Trent left the circle. He's been the story for the Raptors. Trent cuts to his left, double team, foul line Barnes. Left corner, Van Vliet for 3. Got it. Even though Porzingis is running at him. 4-point Raptors lead, 113-109. The 6-3 might be the most important 3 for Fred Van Vliet, and his second in overtime. Beal, right wing outside the arc. Beal, bounce pass under the basket, DeLon Wright, bang, no, and it ricochets out of play. As Anunoby got there late, thought he had a free layup. I don't think Anunoby blocked it. He did block it. All right. So Anunoby gets credit for his first block.
Yep.
113-109. But initially, DeLon Wright was all alone. Baseline left, Kuzma. 10 found the ball. Wizards trailing 4 into Porzingis. Flips up the shot down there, Spickberger off the rim. He caught it in one motion, put it up and missed. Siakam in the backcourt, 25 seconds left. Now Anunoby, foul line, going to the basket. Bradley Beal trying to commit a foul. Throws out from Van Vliet, 18 seconds left. Van Vliet under the basket, Barnes, and he's finally fouled by Kispert with 15 seconds left, and the Wizards down by 4.
Wow. I'm surprised that Porzingis didn't even come down with it. In other words, when he got that alley-oop pass under the basket, you want to come down, gather yourself, then go up. But he caught it off the pass and put it up.
And short up the front of the rim.
And he shorted it.
All right, that was the first and last 2 minutes on the Wizards. 15.7 seconds left. So, they're saying not in the act of shooting. Scotty Barnes inbound the ball on the right sideline, working right to left. Shot clock is off. The Raptors by 4. Scotty Barnes looking to get in, does so to Siakam. Siakam drives, slam, and one. Fouled by Porzingis. The worst possible combination. 115, 109. Raptors by 6. Porzingis picks up his 4th. And now Siakam has a chance to put the Raptors up by 7 with 14 seconds left.
You know, you got to give the Wizards a lot of credit and grit to stay in this thing and bring it to overtime. But the difference in overtime was the Raptors moved the ball. And they got the ball to Van Vliet in the corners, and he was able to make shots. Wizards, on the other hand, were trying to rely too much on off the dribble.
116, 109, 14 seconds left. Bradley Beal comes up court for the Wizards. Beal, Capital One Arena logo for 3. Air ball. Caught underneath by Gary Trent. Wizards are not going to foul, and the Raptors, well, they come to Washington and split their series here and win 116, 109. In overtime, the Raptors get it done. Well, we said not often you win games with 24 turnovers. The Wizards didn't. To the Wizards' credit, they cut out the turnovers late, but too late. So we go on in this March Madness. Heads continue to stay high because so much to play for. The Wizards did not get the sweep of the Raptors in these 2 games. They settled for a split with the Milwaukee Bucks next. Back in a moment, get you set for the Michelob Ultra postgame show on this Saturday with Brian Albin and also Glenn Consort. A complete day of everything going on and much more. And your thoughts on the Washington Wizards Radio Network. Do you want to reclaim that winning smile? Then I have the team. This is Dave Johnson, the team at Columbia Center for Implants and Periodontics, led by Dr. Sanju Jose, who once told me he does not like to lose. That is the kind of commitment you want to restore your dental health. Dr. Jose has the knowledge and skills, but applied in a gentle and caring way to make you feel at ease. State-of-the-art dental implants, periodontal surgery with lasers, to full mouth reconstruction. High-tech smiles delivered with care. Columbia Center for Implants and Periodontics.
It's always the right time deal.
Hey, want to go to Mickey D's for lunch?
Ooh, let's go now.
But it's not lunchtime yet.
If we're going to McDonald's, it's always the right time.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that.
There's a deal for every lunch hour at McDonald's.
And there's a classic for every craving. Mix and match 2 for just $3.50, like a McChicken, a McDouble, or a hot and spicy McChicken. Price of participation may vary. Single item at regular price. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
You'd do anything for your pet. PetSmart can help. We make it easy to score food, treats, toys, collars, beds, and more. Whether you're on Team Dog, Team Cat, or even Team Reptile, Fish, or Small Pet, you can get what they need at PetSmart, quickly and conveniently. Shop 1,600 stores, PetSmart.com, or the PetSmart app, and use Afterpay to shop now, pay later, in 4 interest-free installments. PetSmart. Anything for your pets. Afterpay terms and conditions apply. Visit PetSmart.com for details.
Firefly Cellars, a new boutique winery located in the heart of Loudoun County's wine country, is your new go-to weekend destination from the city. This family-owned and operated tasting room, event space, and Airbnb is the perfect escape from busy life. Serving wines made in the beautiful Shenandoah Valley, Firefly has a selection that'll meet the needs of all wine lovers. Can't get there this weekend? No problem. Firefly wines are available in the Capital One Arena Suites. Visit fireflycellars.com for more information.
Well, the Wizards credit the hardened character that battled through. Again, as so many have said, you don't often deserve to win, committing 24 turnovers. And that is true. That is true. And there's no argument with that. But having said that, as the turnovers are happening or you reach that number, you can't say, well, we're going to lose this game. You fight and try to win despite the errors. And the Wizards did do that and had a chance. They had the last possession of regulation, forced it to overtime, lose the Raptors 116-109. So the Wizards, boy, that flirting with 500 continues to be a flirting as the Wizards fall to 30-33 on the season. And the Raptors improve to 32-33 on the season. It's going to be wild this next week. Again, Milwaukee tomorrow, on the road against Detroit, and then, of course, Atlanta comes to town coming up. So important games, and we hope you stay with us for that. And plenty of conversation coming up with the Michelob Ultra postgame show. Brian Alvin and Glenn Consor, that is on the way next. 116-109, Raptors win in overtime. Our thanks to engineer Tim Parker, Jonathan Morris. Stay tuned for Glenn and Brian, and we stay together on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
You've been listening to Washington Wizards basketball on the Washington Wizards Radio Network. Monster Jam! The 2022-2023 Wizards season is presented by Capital One, the official bank and credit card of the Washington Wizards, by Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Wizards, and by Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the Washington Wizards.
It's there! Act like you've done it before!
Keep checking in on Twitter at Dave J Sports and at Glenn Consor. The Michelob Ultra postgame show with Glenn Consor is next on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Burke's Foods, the official hot dog of your Washington Wizards, has been making premium quality Frank's sausages and deli specialties for over 88 years. Burke's hot dogs feature nothing but the finest ingredients. 100% premium cuts of beef and pork, the perfect blend of seasoning and spices, and absolutely no fillers. When you eat a Burke's dog, you're eating the best. Burke's Foods is proud to be the official hot dog of the Washington Wizards. Find us at giant food stores. Visit us at burksfoods.com. Burke's Foods, the best in the business.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Shopping for cars is a blast. This one's nice, but realizing they're out of your budget is not. Ooh, moonroof. That's why CarMax lets you pre-qualify and shop our nationwide inventory by monthly payment, all without impacting your credit score. I could be a hatchback person, because the best way to find a car you love is with a shopping experience you love. Okay, narrowed it down to 50. CarMax, car buying reimagined. See CarMax.com for details.
The season is here, and so is your chance to experience all the thrilling Wizards basketball live and in the stands. As the official marketplace of the NBA, Ticketmaster has got you covered with the largest selection of seats of any ticketing marketplace. Don't miss any of the action. Grab your seats now at Ticketmaster.com/Wizards.
It's time now for the Michelob Ultra postgame show with Glenn Consor on the Washington Wizards Radio Network. Connect with Glenn Consor by calling 877-936-9333 or on Twitter at Glenn Consor. Wizards postgame is brought to you by Michelob Ultra, pros and enjoyment.
Welcome in to the Michelob Ultra postgame show. Glenn Consor here with you. This was a rough one. This is the Washington Wizards Radio Network, and boy, this was tough because the Wizards showed so much resiliency and so much persistence. Didn't hang their heads. Things weren't going their way a good portion of this game, and just didn't execute down the stretch. That's what I'm going to say. It's very difficult to win games when you turn the ball over at that pace and you allow your opponent to get that many points off turnovers. The Wizards had 24 turnovers, and the Raptors were able to get 34 points off those turnovers. Conversely, that's how the Raptors play. They want you to get more turnovers. They want to go up and down. They want to get more attempts, which was successful. They got 90 field goal attempts compared to the Wizards, 75. And the Wizards shot well. 50% the Wizards shot, and 58% from three. But down the stretch, you have to execute. And I thought the Wizards went too ISO, period. And they have guys that can play ISO basketball. But I still think you got to run a play, run a set play towards the end. You have to execute. Because when you don't, and when you know it's going to be an ISO play, the defense rests. You're easy to defend. You're easy to double team. And that's what we saw tonight. 877-936-9333. Fred VanVleet, by the way, made every big shot down the stretch. He was 6-11 from three, hit 2 threes in overtime. He ended up with 25 points, 10 assists, and no turnovers. The dude was undrafted. I'm going to repeat that. He was undrafted. I love stories like that. When we come back, I'll take your calls 877-936-9333. The Wizards lose 116-109 to the Raptors. They ended up splitting here at Capital One Arena, and now the Wizards, not a lot of time to lick your wounds here. You're going up against the Milwaukee Bucks tomorrow. When we come back, I'll take your calls, 877-936-9333. Wizards fall 116-109. I'm Glenn Consor. This is the Michelob Ultra postgame show on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Let's take a moment and think about the things you love. It could be stuff like vintage vinyl, stylish sunglasses, or your exotic fish collection. Whatever your passion is, the new Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery gives you a chance to multiply your cash by 5, 10, 25, or even 100 times and enjoy a lot more of the stuff that makes you, you. Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery. If you love it, multiply it. Please play responsibly.
With Giant Pickup and Delivery, you can shop for all the great local products you love, handpicked and packed by our associates, just for you. All from the comfort of your couch. Save even more at Giant when you stack your savings. Bonus buys, digital coupons, and flexible rewards. Plus, earn 500 reward points when you sign up for Giant Flexible Rewards. More savings for you, only at Giant.
With Metro's $2 fares, you can say goodbye to high gas prices. Peace out to parking fees. Sayonara to crazy surge pricing. And say hello to savings. Metro's $2 fares start on weeknights after 9:30 and all weekend long. Ride, save, explore. Metro.
We are back here at Capital One. We had a good crowd here tonight. 18,000, over 18,000, almost 19,000. Wizards fall to the Raptors, split this little mini playoff series here, it seems like. 116-109, winnable game. They fought back. They scraped, fought back, got some stops in the fourth quarter where the Wizards outscored the Raptors 26-19. They came back and tied it up, and the game went into overtime, and then the wheels came off. The Wizards got outscored 11-4 in overtime, and just could not get it done. The Raptors were switching everything, and I still think you need to move the ball and make them chase you a little bit versus welcoming doubles, which is kind of what happens when you don't move the ball. You're welcoming double teams. I'll tell you what, the Raptors, give them credit. They got a lot of deflections. They created a lot of turnovers, and that was a big deal tonight. I really thought it hurt the Wizards not to get fast break points tonight because it allowed Toronto's defense to set up. I thought that was a big deal. They couldn't get it out off the break. They couldn't get back. Give Toronto credit. They got back quickly, but the Wizards needed to avoid letting Toronto's defense sit. And, I thought that was a big deal this game. I really did. Because Toronto's defense is long. You got guys like, and Brian Albert and I were just talking about it briefly, but you got Siakam and Anobi, Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent, Achua. Those guys switch. They switch everything. They switch on the guards. They switch everything. And that ended up, but I still think you got to run some sets and execute. You don't want to make yourself easy to defend. And that's what happened. 877-936-9333. Let's go to Vaughn. Vaughn in Alexandria.
Glenn, how you doing, buddy?
How you doing, my friend?
A little frustrated, man. It's the same old, same old. I think you just nailed it on the dot. We've been seeing this as fans. I watch every game. Bill is not a creator. He's a finisher. Please get the ball out of Bill's hands. We've seen it for 10 years now. He turns the ball over way too much. The offense is stagnant. Anybody can see this. Anybody, if you look at the difference in that game, down the stretch, it's too many games this season. The only game Bill really came through in the clutch was against Minnesota when he was a creator. He scored. That's how we came back to win that game. Look at Toronto down the stretch. Look how they moved the ball. Look how they spaced the court. Look how they got open shots. Look at our offense. It's been too many times this season. It's the same thing. We have no identity on the offensive end down the stretch. It happens too many times. I'm sorry for the frustration, man, but as Wizards fans, we watch this over and over, and it constantly happens. And until somebody says something like we can't have – if you put Fred VanVleet on this team, it's a totally different team. We have a point guard that can organize the offense. We don't have that right now.
All right. Hey, Vaughn, can you hear me,
sir.
buddy? Yeah, let me
let
me get you in a timeout for a sec. All right. First of all, you can't put this on Brad Beal. All right. That's what I'm saying. And, the Wizards did not execute as a team. Kuz had 5 turnovers. Brad had 5 turnovers. The Wizards as a team had 24. Bradley Beal has been clutch down the stretch for this team. He's one of the leading players in shot making down the stretch as a clutch shooter. So I understand that he turns it over, but all players that have the ball as much as he does turn it over. So I'm not making excuses. I think there was a lack of execution down the stretch as a team. You let this team set their defense up. You don't run a play. You're easy to defend. They switch everything. So what does that mean? That means you could still run plays. Doesn't mean you still have ISO basketball. And you want to run some pick and rolls, reverse the ball. I agree with what you're saying from that standpoint. Reverse the ball, make them chase you a little bit. And then the game got away from them in overtime. Thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate you. All right, when we come back, we'll take more of your calls. 877-936-9333. Wizards fall in a heartbreaker. It was a heartbreaker because, went into overtime and they had great momentum going into overtime. They came back, but the wheels came off. We'll talk about it some more when we come back. 877-936-9333. Give me a call. Wizards fall 116-109 to the Raptors. I'm Glenn Consor. This is the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
Wizards fans, let the bets begin with the greatest sportsbook of all time, Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today, register, deposit, and bet on your Wizards or whoever else you like right from the palm of your hand. Or get your bets down at the Sportsbook at Capital One Arena. Must be 18 or older to gamble in D.C., 21 or older in Virginia. Gambling problem? D.C., call 1-800-522-4700. Virginia, call, text, or chat 1-888-532-3500. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Wizards. Your app is ready, Emperor.
At Leidos, we put technology to work on the front lines. Whether we're helping the military stand up a new application or creating efficiencies in our nation's infrastructure, our technology-driven solutions are helping to make the world safer, healthier, and more efficient. It's important work, and it never stops because failure is not an option. Visit us at leidos.com.
Firefly Cellars, a new boutique